What you want, fool?
We're live, Lane. Lane, go ahead,
Oh,
Lane. We're gonna ask. Hey, we're gonna ask anyway. We're gonna ask everybody what they got new this week. But what's up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Hot Toys Hotline Live, episode 98. Lane was getting us started right off the rips because, of course, we're taking a little nod from our boys over at Collecting Weekly, just showing off like new stuff. We're not going to do it as fancy as them. We're new this week because that'd be totally copying them. But this is a tribute to Collecting Weekly, and I like to just tell you guys what I got and see what you guys got. But Lane started us off strong there. I caught him off guard. He's like, Chris, real quick, and I just said, "We're going live, Lane." But Lane did get his Return of the Jedi Vader, and he actually did just unbox it yesterday on Collecting. Yesterday, right, Lane? You unboxed on Collecting Weekly?
Apparently
so if you haven't already, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks awesome. I'm very jealous, Lane. You're just rubbing it in my face. But I feel like I deserve it because I do that to you all the time. So.
Well, But
and Lane, I know you're extremely jealous because you've just been begging for the Volume 3 Groot Deluxe here that I got.
That is. But that's only the beginning. I've had two other figures in the last week come in too.
Okay, yeah, so you did pretty well this week too. I love this guy. I will say his legs legitimately, they basically don't move at all. They legitimately do not move. I wish I was joking.
He's a torso boy. Basically.
Right, but he does have the swap out. I got the deluxe, so I have that swap out torso that makes him like elongated and makes him like a little skinnier so he fits in the display a little better. I'm going to mess around with it. He has actual flocking on him, so there's like flocked little patches of grass and moss and stuff on him, so
that's cool.
He's pretty awesome though. The deluxe comes with a lot of stuff, like three head sculpts.
He feels like a figure. It's the get the deluxe or kind of just GTFO because like you said, he's not a superposable figure, so it's really
it's scary to pose him actually because Groot's Lane have had the history of breaking on people. Yeah. So you got to be careful if you guys are getting any sort of Groot, especially the older ones, but yeah, it's great to be here with you guys. Lane got his Return of the Jedi Vader. I got my Groot. I got some other stuff, too. Come with me if you want to live. T-800 is here. I don't know why his camera's, like, blank. It's like he's not even here, but there he is.
I thought he was going to have glasses, bro.
I thought he was going to get himself, like, vacuum metalized just for the stream.
Yeah, like black shirt, the black jacket.
Man. Next time a Terminator release. I got
it's an idea for later.
I was hoping he was going to be wearing some, like, pink star sunglasses or something.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic look for Arnie, man. I love that one. Actually, it was terrible. Like, totally degraded the character. But anyway.
Right. Well, hey, it's great to have you here, T-800. And Collecting Madness as well as he's tech decking in the background. He learned his lesson though because last week our boy Bronco had to get on him because he was playing with his little tech deck and didn't have his mic muted. So
if you ever see me look like I'm jerking off on stream,
whoa,
I'm just tech decking. It's a repetitive kind of movement, so I look like I'm looping.
He's just tech decking.
That is not any kind of mental imagery I ever needed from Chris. Thanks a lot.
Jeez. So guys, moral of the story is he's just tech decking. That's gonna be like the first T-shirt I make for the channel. Don't worry, Chris.
I was just tech decking, honey. I swear.
Yeah, I swear I was just tech decking. Another one I have to make is I got a great deal on this because that's what I say to my girlfriend all the time.
Yeah, great deal.
It was on sale.
Sometimes I do. Yeah, it was on a great deal.
You're like, I got a great deal on buying this instead of buying a new.
I've never spoken to Yost in my life, but he gave me such a great deal on the '89 Batmobile. He charged me full price. You won't believe it.
Look at you.
But no, that one's gonna sting. It's actively stinging right now, actually, because I'm on a payment plan. But guys, let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. Chris, I'm guessing nothing new this week for you. I know you were looking at a comic shop by you, and we were talking. They had a ton of stuff, but I guess you didn't end up picking anything up, right?
No, I didn't. There was nothing that really caught my eye. I did, however, unbox Natiri and get her in the display with Jake. I didn't really make a video. I think I may do a short on it, but she's fantastic. I love like how they do the acrylic stand, but if you have DTOF, they're going to be okay in any other case. But DTOF trying to get them both together with those bases and the way the stands are, the waist clamp thing, so frustrating.
And they're tall.
Yeah,
too.
it's not very. There's some of the tallest Hot Toys figures we've had in a long time, actually.
Yeah, I'll have to show you guys once we're backstage after the stream. But
Those figures is also one of the only ways to actually get Jake at all. The Terry, there's like a ton of different product that you can get with her.
And guys in the chat, if you guys got anything new, please share it with us. I always love seeing what people are picking up nowadays. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm completing a purchase this week for something really dope. It's an older product, I'll say. It's not necessarily a figure, but I may actually do a video on it, but I'm really excited for that. I got some other stuff in this week, too. I actually got a lot of stuff from Off the Rack. Shout out to Off the Racks, guys, as always. Link in the description. From my buddy John.
Other than that, the most recent thing was in our Harry Potter and Lady Pool, and I upgraded thanks to Damien. I don't know if he's in the chat tonight, but me and him kind of swapped, and I gave some cash with it, but I got the Emperor on Throne, or whatever. So I always regretted not getting the Throne version, and now I have it back there. So
it's great,
super dope.
It's great.
It is.
You have to have him on the throne. That's Emperor Palpatine. Who is an emperor without his throne, right? Every emperor has a throne, no matter tall or short. They have a throne, right? So, yeah, I'm really glad you're able to swap that out, because I'm sure you always look at it and be like, damn, it's not as cool without the throne.
I did. Every time I saw it, I was like, I just wish that throne. That's the only thing. I even set it in my collection tour. So
yeah,
Bo-Katan has a throne. I mean, you know,
Bo-Katan, right? Bo-Katan even has a throne.
She just chills on her throne in the middle of nowhere all the time.
Just looking good, right?
So random, yeah.
Just chilling, looking good, but yeah, we got a lot of people in already, guys. I know a lot of people are probably really excited to take a look at that. You guys know we love doing the rumor lists. I got a nice juicy list for you guys, and I have gone through and asked around on certain things, and of course I'll share that with you. As always, it's going to be a grain of salt type thing. We're going to do that towards the end of the stream, though, because it's going to be something we're going to discuss for a little bit. I see some questions about like the T-1000 and stuff like that. We'll talk about that. Our first topic will be the T-800. Really, really excited to talk about that. Obviously, Team Mike 100 is excited to talk about that. So, but let's see what's up to everybody in the chat, guys, and we're going to get started. First in the chat tonight, the GOAT, Ty, one of our moderators and a great friend. Ty says, hi all. The jitters are getting to me as we're closing in on Batman Day. I'll take an Artisan Harley and a Returns Keaton. Thank you, Howie. Those are two that I would absolutely love. I've been dodging that first Suicide Squad Harley left and right as bad as I want it, because I could just feel like the Artisan treatment was coming for that one. So we're going to talk about that, but there was one that went up on Facebook the other day for $450, and I was like, that's steep, but it had rooted hair and everything. And I'm like, damn, that person may have made a good sale there at the right time. But Ty, thank you so much for being here as always. We got Ryan, the Collector, in the house. What's up, bro? The Collector says, I'm setting my alarm right now. Well, I guess you're in here a little bit before we started, so I'm sure you're here with us in the chat tonight. So thank you so much for being here, my friend, as always. Very much appreciate you hanging out with us. We got the GOAT, Peyton23, in the house, a moderator, a channel member, a hotline hottie, and a good friend. Peyton says, hello, everyone, dropping those hotline emojis. Guys, as always, I'm trying to get better about... I am working on like an opening screen for the streams where it says everybody's names. I feel like I've been slacking on the member stuff, so I'm going to be making it even more worth your guys' while. So if you would like to consider becoming a member, of course you don't have to. There's a join button down below, and there's a link in the description as well. But thank you so much for being here, as always, Peyton. We got Anthony Wagstaff. Anthony says, what's the list? Hey, I promise you, I will share the list with you. We're going to leave a little bit of suspense, and then we're going to talk about that list. Some of the stuff on the list, kind of in a good way, has already happened. So that's always a good sign when someone gets a list of figures and 2 or 3 of them have already been announced. So we're definitely going to talk about that towards the end of the stream. But thank you so much for being here, Anthony. I appreciate you hanging out with us. And I love the profile picture because, you know, the art figures kind of 2.0 just got announced with the Artisan rooted hair. I love that they stole that from Hot Toys. So very fitting profile picture. We got Christian Crosshair Cooper in the house, and we got Justin the GOAT. How you figure? What's up, bro? Perfect timing. We haven't even tasted the T-800 topic yet, so you came in
hell yeah.
Perfect timing, dude. We're just saying what's up to everybody. Thanks for being here, bro. It's so great to have you back. Justin did his first solo stream the other day on his channel, and I've been wanting Justin to come back for a while, but he's been super busy, and like he's been trying to make it as much as possible on everybody's streams, and I heard him talking the other day about the T-800, and I messaged him immediately. I'm like, dude, you got to come back. And he's like, let's do it. So, Justin, I appreciate you making the time for us. It's great to have you back. And there's a lot of really exciting stuff that I know will interest you tonight. I know you've seen the list. I sent the list to you, so I know you've seen the juicy list that we're going to talk about tonight, and hopefully some of that stuff comes true. But, bro, it's great to have you back. So great.
Great being here, man. Thanks for having me back on. Good to see everybody in the panel. Good to see some familiar faces in the chat, man. I'm excited, man. What's up, Thron? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you again, man. Always.
Yeah, same, man. Same. Yeah, thanks again, Connor. It's gonna be fun, man.
Absolutely, dude. And this guy absolutely killed his first stream, man. He's a natural. Everybody says that to me, but I feel like that definitely applies to Justin. He did a great job. So, guys, please check out How You Figure on YouTube. I'm plugging him right at the beginning, not at the end.
I appreciate that a lot, man. I was a little nervous, man. The first one had a lot of difficulties. This one had a little bit less, but once we got rolling and once the chat was there, I know you and guys like Brick and just tons of people, man. I can't think of all of them, but it was a lot of fun, man. Had a blast. Can't wait to do another one. So that was awesome. I appreciate you saying that, though.
Oh, absolutely, man. Thanks for being here once again. By the way, Christian Crosshair Cooper, why haven't you updated your name yet, dude? I thought we kind of solidified that on the last stream that you're going to have to change your name. You're slacking, dude. But thank you so much for being here, Christian. I appreciate you. It's always, as always, my friend. We got Figure It Out with the big Lebowski profile picture. What's up, Figure It Out? Figure It Out says hello, everybody. Hello to you. Thank you so much for being here. We got 16 Junkie. What's up, 16 Junkie? 16 Junkie says, what's up, fellas? Not much. Just here to talk about some figures. A really exciting week this week for sure. And some not so exciting stuff that we're going to have fun joking about very shortly, I'm sure. But thank you so much for being here. We got one Adam 12, a channel member and a good friend. What's up, Adam? Adam says, what's up, everyone? Hotline time. Let's see that leaked list. Hashtag Wiki Hot Toys leaks. Yeah, maybe we should start a wiki website just for Hot Toys leaks or just for Hot Toys in general. Maybe we'll have to do that. But Adam, thank you so much for being here, bro. And guys, as always, check out one Adam 12 on YouTube. He's got a great channel over there. We got Collector Joey in the house. What's up, Joey? We're gonna be getting Joey on soon. I just gotta figure out the timing. But Joey, thank you so much for being here, bro. Collector Joey in the house, the Collector Joester, if you will.
We'll be seeing him. We'll be seeing him in NYCC.
Yeah, that's right. You guys, you failed at convincing me to go, so I won't be there. To be fair, no one pushed that hard. I was like, maybe if they push hard on me, maybe I'll go.
All right, well then I got a month to work on you.
Yeah, no one pushed that hard. Steve was acting like he was going to, and then he didn't say much, but.
Joey, I got the whole thing like, hey man, you can come out, do all this, and then I told Steve, I was like, all right, man, I'm having trouble kind of finding a flight. He goes, yeah, man, no big deal at all. I was like, oh, okay.
It's like the female, who plays victim in a movie, and they're like, oh, I might fall, don't please catch me. He didn't even try that act, dude. He's just like, whatever. Can't make it.
Now Mike's been pushing, man. Yeah, so I will hand it to Mike. Mike's been just sending me random selfies of himself, and he's just been like, "Hey, man,
that's a little weird, Mike. Why are you pushing it that far?"
So I was like this, and I was like, "Imagine you're filling this space. You're right here."
It's him in front of the empty convention center. He's like, "This could be us in a month."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Why is my mouse just not want to scroll anymore? There we go. But thank you so much for being here, Joey. We also got OG Fan, a super channel member, a good friend, and a moderator. Thank you so much for being here, OG Fan, when Star Wars was just Star Wars, as Lane would say, because, I always just call you OG or OG Fan. But I think you deserve to have the whole thing read out this time. We got 12-inch Moose Stream, another channel member and another super channel member, I'll call him. What's up, Moose? Moose says, hello, community of collectors. Bought a New Hope Chewbacca mint in box for $236.97 worth it. He did show me that before the stream, and I'm like, dude, that is a crazy deal. And I think it was originally listed for like over $400. So, yeah, he got a great deal on that. Congrats on that, my friend. That's an awesome figure, and I think it still holds up pretty well to this day. But thank you so much for being here, Moose. It's always great to have you here. We got Illusion Entity in the chat. Illusion Entity says, what's up, guys? What's up, Illusion Entity? Thank you so much for being here, bro. Always great to see you, and I hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for making the time for us this evening, because I know it's pretty late for you over in your neck of the woods, so I very much appreciate that. We got Angry Dog Hobby. What's up, Angry Dog Hobby? Angry Dog Hobby says, hello, guys. Do you think Hot Toys will make some Endoskeleton, Terminator 1, and Ellen Ripley remake soon at Hot Toys Hotline? I will readdress this question once we start the topic for the T-800. But we'll definitely talk about that for sure, because I think that's a great question, because a lot of people are probably wondering that right now, and they're like, should I buy this old stuff? And I thank you very much for super chatting that. And yeah, we'll definitely, should we answer this now, guys? Let me go through the comments. Angry Dog, I promise you I will come back to it. If someone on the panel notices that I'm not coming back to it after I read everybody's comments, slap me in the face virtually. But we'll come back to it. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate the generous donation, and we will address your question once we get started on the T-800 topic. Let's see who else we got. TK's holding on, man. TK's holding on. Gotta cue the Kylo gif. Why are you still holding on? TK592 says, #justice for Andor 2025. Well, thank you so much for being here, TK, a moderator in the Discord and the Facebook group. I appreciate you, as always, for hanging out with us. I don't know why I haven't made you a mod in the YouTube channel. I have to go back and do that. But thank you so much for being here, as always.
I just want to say, Connor, yeah, so sorry. I'll bring this up later. Sorry.
Okay. Just whenever it feels right, just bring it up. I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, Connor, real quick. I just want to say,
get him out of here.
I honestly thought he froze for a second. He was like, I just want to say. That's what I do to Lane all the time. I just pretend I'm frozen when we first join the backstage.
I'm gonna do that next time.
What's up, Ash Chase? Ash Chase says, "What's up, plastic crackheads? Not much. Just hanging out on this fine Tuesday evening. Thank you so much for being here, Ash. Always great to see you, and I hope you're doing well." We got Pedro Lopez in the house. What's up, Pedro? That is an interesting profile picture. Pedro says, Mondo Tilo was my latest arrival. Congrats on that. I've heard some mixed things about the Mondo stuff recently in terms of like the more animated looking stuff, but for the most part, there seems to be a lot of people that religiously collect that stuff. I've only purchased the more realistic stuff so far, so I've been working on my custom McCready based on the Mondo that I got in hand, and then the Nada from They Live. I'm picking that one up as well. But congrats on that, and I hope you're happy with your purchase. Christian says, just unboxed my Padme this weekend and pulled the trigger on a waitlist conversion for Jake Sully. Congrats. I know you were picking Justin's brain the other day about that, but you have 3 Avatar fans, at least Avatar Hot Toys fans on the panel. So we're all very happy to hear that we are 4 of the total collectors that picked up those figures. So congrats and welcome to a very small club. But those figures look amazing. I watched Chris's review and other reviews, and they look and Justin's review as well. They look fantastic. Still don't have mine yet. Mine are through Althrax, so I'll get them eventually. Jose, what's up, my friend? Jose Plus is here. Jose says, hey, everyone. I hope you're doing well, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Got to get you on the channel soon as well, Jose. It was great to stream with you. What was that, a couple weeks back at this point? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. Yomo's excited for the Groot. Yes, I got the big boy Groot. Actually, it just fits. I was worried that it may not fit with the Volume 2 Guardians, which is my primary Guardians collection. But I think he fits right in. I think he looks awesome. So I'm really happy with that one. Like I said, he doesn't move much, but he looks really cool. And Adam says, I'm expecting the new Obi-Wan Kenobi from the series tomorrow, unboxing to follow. Hopefully, if I can talk my daughter into it. Well, best of luck. That figure looks awesome. We had a fun time talking about that last week, and I hope you enjoy it. I think it looks like a great figure and is definitely a much-needed upgrade for sure. What's up, Violet? Violet says, Michael Keaton Batman is shipping. Hey, that's always a great day. Anything Keaton-related, I'm always happy and excited for that. So congrats on that, and I hope you enjoy that figure. I have it in hand. I think it looks awesome, and I think you'll be pretty happy with it. Let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my place here in the comments. Valkyrie Magnus, what's up, Valkyrie? Valkyrie's been showing me a lot of love over on Instagram and on a lot of other chats as well. Thank you so much for being here, Valkyrie. Always appreciate you hanging out with us, and I hope you're doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. Let's see, who else we got? People talking about 2.0s, welcoming 2.0s. That's a big discussion right now, that's for sure. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to filter through everybody who I haven't said what's up yet. If I miss you, as always, if I see your comments pop through, I will definitely say what's up. Joey says, come to NYCC. See, now it's starting, dude. But dude, you got to do better. Everybody's got to do better, man.
Yeah, Connor.
Very on the fence.
That's what I was going to say when I paused. I was like, is now the time to bug him?
Right.
Oh, wait. I'll bug him now.
Right. Blackbird Tech is in the house. What's up, Blackbird Tech? Great to have you here, bro, with the GOAT profile picture, I might add. Love that photo, man. Thank you so much for being here, as always, and I hope you're doing well. I think that's everybody. I see Luke Christian. What's up, Luke Christian? Luke Christian says, what's up, Connor? What's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here, as always. Like I said, guys, if I missed you, as you guys comment, I'll say what's up. Oh, and I can't miss Gio, the movie canon. What's up, Gio? Channel member, a great friend. I'll be making it over on Gio's channel very soon. Thank you so much for being here, as always, Gio, and always being an amazing supporter. I appreciate you, as always. And Adam's over here fibbing to you guys. You're going to make everybody in the chat cry. But, hey, Halle Berry Catwoman, I wouldn't be against that. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. But, guys, let's get started. We're going to talk about a very, very special figure to start this stream off. And, of course... Well, I'm not a figure. What am I doing, guys? What am I doing? Of course,
we're asking that a lot of the time. But yeah.
Right. Of course, we're talking about the new 2.0 Terminator 2 T-800. Say it ain't so. It is. It is here. I'm really excited to take a look at this figure with you guys and share the excitement because you guys know, basically, all of us on this panel, we're big Terminator fans. We all love Terminator. Terminator 2 is a perfect film. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
In the top 2 or 3 sequels, like probably ever made.
Yep. And what's amazing is made by the same guy that made the other top 2 or 3 sequels ever made.
Yeah, exactly.
But Terminator 3, we don't talk about Terminator 3. But Terminator 2, it's incredible. And the first Terminator's great as well.
Don't hate on T3, bro.
I'm hating on T3.
Oh.
I'm hating on T3.
It could be worse. It could be T5 or it could be T6.
Dude, we're opening a can of worms there. But the figure, guys, it looks incredible. It looks absolutely incredible. And, I want to pull this question up, and we're going to do a poll. We're absolutely doing a poll for the T-800. We have to. And I'm going to move us here just because we got our question up on the screen. And I felt bad because Justin's face was covered, and that was just not right. So I moved us, guys. Guys, the question that a lot of people are asking, and this might be just people that maybe are newer to the hobby and just don't know, is this T-800 a true 2.0? Well, we're going to talk about why it is. First off, both of the sculpts are brand new sculpts. So the funny thing is the DX13 still holds up to this day. Both of those sculpts are pretty fantastic. I still think they look very much like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But when you have Hot Toys come in with their newer technology and they do even better, that's when you know this figure is going to be an absolute banger in person. Because the original sculpts, as good as they are, Hot Toys very much improved on both of them. By a mile, in my opinion. I think these sculpts are pretty spot on. We've been getting a lot of really, really solid Arnold Schwarzenegger love lately. You guys saw the So-So Toys Mr. Freeze. That sculpt came out incredible, just under the radar. I didn't think it was going to be that good, and I'm like, damn, those Present Toys ones, those sculpts, without the glasses, were 4 or 5, 6 out of 10, depending on the person, and now I'm like, Hot Toys really just made me want to get rid of those because this figure is beautiful, guys. So not only do you have 2 updated sculpts, on the damaged sculpt, you have a rolling eyeball. So obviously both of those eyeballs are not rolling, but on the damaged sculpt, one eyeball is rolling. On the other one, I believe both eyeballs are rolling. You have an LED T-800 eyeball. You have real leather on the outfit, which I believe the DX13 was the PVC material. I saw some people, someone mentioned from pleather to leather. I think the original was actually PVC.
Yeah, the DX10 was the leather.
Yeah, so it went from a good material to a good material, but depending on the person, and I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on it. I've seen some people say, and it's a small margin, but I've seen some people say they prefer how the PVC lays. I actually prefer how the leather lays. I think it looks really good. I think it looks natural. It's always easier for companies to implement real leather when you have a more natural or, closer to natural colored material like a black or a brown. Obviously, it gets a little difficult when you have the Damn Toys Claire Redfield. She has a red leather, and the color is not quite spot on to what it looks like in the game because I guess it's more difficult to find that color in a leather. So I have a lot of confidence that this leather is going to be really nice. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's a huge upgrade. We have a full leather outfit on this one. And the sculpts, like I said, guys, the sculpts are mind-blowing. They look fantastic. I really couldn't ask for more with these. I know some people have asked me about the photo that Yixi posted. We will talk about that at the end of this discussion. And looks like we have Sean in here as well. What's up, Sean? Sorry if you've been sitting. There's the official debut of the.
Yes.
The official debut of the Fu Manchu. What's up,
Peter
Sean?
Sean? Peter Nightmare.
Hello there, everyone.
I was thinking more like what's Burton, the actor.
I think Sean looks like a
Burt
firefighter.
Reynolds?
No, he looks like
Reynolds.
a firefighter.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Chief,
Chicago
fire chief.
fire chief on
Specifically the
Chicago-
chief.
On,
Let me
on
tell you
Chicago,
something.
on Chicago Fire or something like
I
that.
am Fire Marshal Bell. I have successfully stayed in 845 fires. And I have only lost 382 civilians under my care.
This mustache has
I
brought
can see
out
it
something in
now.
Sean
Sean-
we've never seen.
Shot,
a lot of
shot in
shrimp on the
Salt
Barbie.
Lake- in Salt Lake Fire.
Yeah.
Emergency.
Hey, baby, what's going on, Lane? How you doing tonight?
Sean, thanks for being here. We just started talking about the Terminator as you made your grand entrance. But
Oh, I'm sorry, Halia. Did that make you jealous? Did you want me to talk to you that way?
You're like he's
No,
leaning away.
I'm just picturing that somebody is having all their surroundings being burnt down. they get a vision of light. A hand comes in and they see you looking like that, and they're like, "Trust me." And I just pictured that, and it was just
right.
it made sense, you know.
Well, you know where nightmare comes from, right?
Oh.
No, but-
Actually, seriously, where it comes from was when I was in the Marine Corps. So I'm 6'2", and I'm a large guy. And imagine being woken up in the middle of the night in your house. You're somewhere in the desert living there, thinking that some 300-pound American's not going to come through your door, but he is anyways, and wakes you up and everything goes to shit. That's where nightmare comes from.
Now, it wasn't the Hot Toys Nightmare. Was there another name preceding Nightmare, or just Nightmare?
Just nightmare.
All right, I like it. That's all you need.
That's pretty badass. Like they call him on the walkie. Like, yeah, we need
Yo,
a nightmare
Nightmare.
over here. He's like
That's actually what happened every single time.
he plows through a porta
Hell yeah.
potty like with
Dude,
his
I
shoulder.
didn't know you were
his
that
shoulder
tall.
charges it.
That's badass.
It's okay. I seriously thought Connor was like 5'5".
I don't know why
then I
he
found
thought
out
that.
he's
I'm
like
like the same
6'2".
height as him. One time I stood up backstage and he was like, "Dude," he was like, "I thought you were way shorter than that." I was like, "Why?"
I don't know.
I'll just say this. Let's look at the cameras and see who looks the shortest on their camera.
I mean, based on the framing, it's
Chris-
nightmare. I mean,
Chris-
He gives off short personality.
Chris immediately looked up at his camera. I'm just joking, of course, but
Yeah, it's like I'd be like this. Somebody's like holding my hand. Come here, I'm gonna get you. Come here, come here, come here.
We're reeling it.
I'm gonna
Let's
say
reel it
now,
back
I'm
in.
not the tallest guy in the world.
But he's got the biggest heart. He's got the biggest heart.
Oh.
But guys, let me open up the poll. Lane, I was already gushing over this figure, so I wanna bounce over to you because Lane, you gave me a revelation before the stream started that kind of disappointed me, and you told me you weren't picking this one up. Obviously, I'm picking this one up. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
I'll be letting go of my present toys versions, but
Did you do a poll?
Lane, I'm that's what I'm doing now. I'm setting Lane off. And don't you worry, I did not forget about our question. Once we get like everybody's thoughts on the T2, we'll talk about possibilities in the future for more Terminator stuff. But Lane, we're gonna jump to you, and I'm gonna get the poll started because I feel like this is gonna be a pretty solid poll. Like, this is gonna be a resound. It's got to be right. It's got to be a resounding yes on this poll. But guys, go ahead, Lane. You have the floor. I'm gonna start the poll up while you're talking.
Well, I can just say it's. I love how the figure looks. All the accessories, both the facial sculpts look great. The fact that we're actually putting real leather into this automatically caught my attention after we've been in pleather hell for forever and ever. I love the Arnie head sculpt on this one. This feels like one they could have done the Artisan effect if they wanted to. Of course, that would have made it like $450, so I'm glad they didn't. But I think the pricing for what all this guy comes with the launcher, just the material, all the weapons, and the switch out arm pieces for the battle damage and all that. It does. The only thing I guess I could have said I'd like to have seen them do is maybe bring the Gatling gun as part of the set. But kind of whatever. Like
Maybe the confusing thing, Lane. I think the grenade launcher that the specific grenade launcher he comes with, is that not accurate to the scene with the minigun? Like, I don't remember him having that grenade launcher.
When they're busting,
this
busting
one right
out,
here, right? This one right here. It's interesting they gave that to this version because I don't think he not have that anymore.
No, he has that when they're busting out after they've set all the bombs and everything. They're going out when he's shooting to create the giant like smoke screen and stuff.
Right,
he's using that.
Is that not in the scene? When
That's after he used the Gatling gun.
And he wasn't battle damage at that point.
No, he was.
To this extent, was he?
I don't know if it was that.
I can't remember. I can't
just
remember.
his
Honestly.
face, right? Not
I
his
thought
face.
so.
Yeah, because they shot him.
I mean, hey, I'm glad they included it. It's still really cool. I was just confused by
that. That's he used that after he took that from the SWAT guys, and then shot it out when they were creating the smoke screen to get to the like SWAT, vehicle and stuff too.
Yeah, he was using that before he got all effed up.
Yeah,
what's up, by the way, Austin? I'm just trolling, of course.
He had already he didn't have it during like the final showdown at Steel Wings.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Again, like it's an extra accessory included. We're not going to complain. I just thought that was interesting. They included it. Now this he did have. That he did have. In the
he
fight
didn't
with the
kill
T-1000.
anyone though.
Yeah, but anyway, hey guys, I actually have to get off right now. I have my meeting I have to go to.
Godspeed, soldier. Lane, so close us off.
See you, Lane.
You're not getting this one. Completely no.
As of right now, no.
Okay, well, guys, in the comments, of course, you got to convince Lane.
I know I'm going to get.
He'll watch the replay later, and everybody leave your
just get it,
comments for Lane on why he should get it.
Oh, I'm sure everybody's going to tell me.
Get this figure. We're gonna send the nightmare after you. Just that simple.
He just shoulder charges through Lane's front door.
With that mustache, it'll get stuck in my head playing over and over. All right.
Whatever.
Talk to you
Lane's
later, guys.
Lane's quietly saying, "Don't threaten me with a good time."
Yeah.
All right, Lane. On that note,
Miss you,
take
Lane.
care, and you will regret it, Lane. On the way out, you will regret it. Perfect. But well, Lane, thank you for being here, my friend. Since we didn't really get to send you off properly, but yeah, Lane will not be picking this one up. I was surprised by that because it's like a perfect like one-off figure that can kind of fit in with any collection. I feel like even if you have all Star Wars, just put the Terminator on your desk, right, or in your bathroom above the toilet, anywhere really.
They call this a rifle. Isn't that a shotgun though?
This right here?
Yeah, that's a grenade.
This is the grenade launcher. It's Sean. Is that a thumper?
M79.
No, that I'm talking about that.
Yeah,
this right here. Yeah, it's a grenade launcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the M79.
Yeah, so like all of the grenades he has across. Because remember when
the Winchester shotgun in the beginning. Right?
That's is it a model 1887 that he has?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't get that, which would have been cool. But
Yeah.
Maybe if they do a clean version, we get that, and we get the Gatling gun. And
this I love though. I love the damage on the stock. That's badass. I was so like sucked into looking at the sculpts and stuff. I never noticed that until now. I'm not even joking. That's really cool. Obviously the base is incredible, and I was so glad that it wasn't like a catfish where it looks like it was lit up, but it was just painted that way.
Yeah.
This baby's USB powered. Like they really touched all bases with this one. He comes with actually a lot of stuff too, man.
Oh yeah.
Chris, I know you've been waiting and waiting. You have the clean version in your collection. You were considering the battle damage present toys when then you saw my review with the streaks on the forehead and stuff. Obviously, that was a really weird decision from Present Toys. But, Chris, the T-800's here. He's back. He's back in glory. Are you picking it up, and what are your thoughts on it? And, guys, once again, I put up the poll. I put up a third option for this one. And that's give me 14 more of them right now. So if you really want this, you gotta vote. You gotta vote that option, right? But Chris, what are your thoughts, man? You have the floor.
First off, I want to say like T2, as far as like a film, for me is like when I think of my childhood, I instantly kind of think of this film and how many times I watched it. It honestly probably was like my first classic film I ever watched, and like. Like you met him and I met him meeting Robert Patrick or whatever, freaking telling him like the stories of me tormenting my brother, trying to be the T-800. Like I used to wear like the leather jacket, pants and boots. I just wanted to be the T-800 so bad for some reason. But the one piece I was missing in my collection was the battle damage, and like I had struggled for years with the DX13 just in hopes that they would do a 2.0, bro. And then this happened, and the likeness.
It's really good. I mean, I'm gonna pull up that photo for you.
It's,
Look at those
it's
sculpts, man.
dream come true. Now, the one thing I will say, I like the accessories, but I would have rather have seen more, since this is from the end scene, not stuff that he had with the clean. Because like,
Yeah.
you guys are saying Gatling gun, but I think that's like the launcher that held the gas, because it was like a tube thing that was just shooting like.
No, yeah, the grenades on his
out,
chest.
But it was like smoke or gas. Or
yeah,
whatever.
the grenades
And
on
then
his
he
chest
took
are for the thumper
or whatever, and that's
Yeah.
what he was blowing up all the cop cars with or whatever.
Yeah, Sean. I think Sean mentioned that earlier about the gas. I think.
So if you look at on that picture right there, so the one that he had the grenades on his chest is a 40 millimeter.
right.
The one right there with the smoke grenades, it's a less lethal grenade launcher. And those are only 20. Those are only 20 millimeters.
And that's a good point, because you can see the circumference is obviously way smaller.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You remember like him flipping it open, then loading it, flip, and then boom, like just dumping them out.
Dude, he popped off in that scene. That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. It's just, dude, it's so suspenseful.
I think, I mean, you could probably save it for like a John Connor if they do it, but I would have liked to see, you know, the arm from the first film, the little chip, stuff like that would have been a lot cooler.
Yeah.
To make peace with this, but I'm still happy with everything you get, because I don't have either of those weapons with my clean version, and mine's not even the DX10. I'm even older. I'm MMS 117. So if they do a clean version of that, I mean, I'm still probably going to keep what I have and have him with his endoskeleton arm, because the DX10 didn't do that. So I could still display him in like a third look. But bro, I'm so hyped for this. So ecstatic. Like, it looks like Arnold to a T. The paint apps and like the blood and ripping away the flesh, and like I saw it next to a movie still, and like shape for shape, like all the cuts, like Hot Toys just hit every single one on the head, and I can't wait for this release.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question real quick to the group?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. So if the only way you could get the 1/6 scale right forearm and the microchip from the first one was if they gave out Miles Dyson, and there was obviously not a lot with them, you know, maybe the detonator.
Yeah.
Also, would you buy Miles Dyson?
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I would, because
I think he's so integral to that scene, man.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's some of the best dying acting I've ever seen in my life, dude. It is incredible stuff. His breathing and everything, dude. Dude, it is so damn good, man. I would for sure get it, man, just because. And he was an awesome character actor in a lot of classic movies.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it'd be cool to. Yeah. So Nightmare, I'm in. I'd get it, man.
Sean, I was gonna say, I think some of us are so into this movie, we'll do anything to get those accessories. Like if we have to buy a whole figure to get those pieces, because the only figure I think I've seen that comes with it is that third party John Connor. I think that's the only one I've seen that comes with the chip and the arm, and he's come down a little bit. But that figure, I'm sorry guys, those that have it, no disrespect, but that figure is not worth the money. It's very
Even the DX10, like I have the rose box with roses as well, and that didn't even come with the DX10.
Yeah, and someone actually asked, I think it was the collector asked if this comes with the rose box. It does not. I bought the rose box that comes with yours, Chris, for my clean Present Toys T-800, and it added a lot to it. It's so
it really does, bro. For the longest time before I got my Harley Fat Boy, I had him in that pose where he's dropping the taking the shotgun out of it or whatever, and he's walking, and then I got the bike and I had to put him on.
And it's funny you mentioned the Fat Boy, because how cool would it be if Hot Toys did like a deluxe, clean version, and it comes with a bike, dude?
Yeah, pick that up in a heartbeat. You got to think like they're definitely holding back stuff. If they are going to release a clean version, you're not going to dump it all on the battle damage, especially because it's like scene specific stuff that is, fits the clean version better. So
Absolutely.
I agree 100%. I definitely think they're holding a little bit back for something else. I just anytime they do an updated sculpt to this quality of like an iconic actor like Arnold, man, like I just you would think that there's going to be more. It's kind of like that Jackman sculpt. Like we're going to see a number more Wolverines just because they're going to get their money's worth out of that new sculpt. I feel like the same with this.
So, like in addition to Sean's question, then would you guys, if you had to choose, would you prefer clean or battle damage?
I would.
That's hard.
Damn,
that is hard.
Both.
I'd probably.
I gotta say. I gotta say. I can't, dude.
That's cheating.
It is, but I love this movie so much, and it's like we gotta have that. Putting on the glasses, getting on the fat boy, and like
I had to
dude,
help the wife. So
I think that's why I would go clean version, Connor. Again, if I'm having to play the game and I have to choose, I would 100% get both. I would pick clean version just because for me, kind of like what Chris was saying, like this was a huge movie for me growing up as well. And just when you see him turn in the corner in that insane asylum, like just, and again, I always talk about how cool would it have been if we wouldn't have known that he was the hero of this one. Like, if you would have thought going into the movie that he was still the villain in that one, how cool that little twist would be right there.
Yeah.
But that's when I think of the big scenes in that movie. Of course, this is scene specific and it's an iconic scene. But I would probably pick clean version just because that's the majority of the film and that's his first.
Dude, and when they put the cigar out on him, and like he's just sitting there with a blank
like
stare
when
on
you
his face.
first see him and he comes around the corner and he's just like. You think he's going, John's just like get down and get down.
Yeah.
That's the other.
Just the way he reloads the gun, like on the bike, and just every so badass. Dude, like,
What about USB powered electrical effects around a nude body? Would you prefer that one?
Are you talking about like the landings? Like that? I've been wanting to do a custom of that for a while with
so
a
many people
body.
have done it. I would do it too.
Yeah. I would love to do a custom of that. I know the body's gonna split having him crouch down like that, but I don't care.
Connor, Mike has offered to model that if you need like.
So those are the pictures he was sending. Those are the pictures.
I did a few push-ups yesterday,
just to get a pump, and then
just to get a quick pump.
Another figure of Arnold that I want, just a side note, they sell his clothes in 6 scale from Pumping Iron, like the yellow Gold's Gym stringer and the blue shorts. Oh, yeah. So I really want to make a Pumping Iron custom because I love that movie, dude. That's a classic, man.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I definitely want to make a custom of that. I'm working on my Muddy Dutch right now.
Dude, you could have like a scene with him and Luke, and where he tells Luke that milk is for babies.
Right.
That would be amazing. Blue milk is for babies. Yeah.
I got my Walmart exclusive Turbo Man.
There's one Arnold movie that probably a lot of people don't think about that I would love a figure for.
Kindergarten Cop.
Last Action Hero.
Yeah, that was that movie got shredded, but it was a better movie than it
I would want Kindergarten Cop more. I love Kindergarten Cop, dude. That's so good, man.
Dude,
I would want a Mr. Kimball, and when he's like all with the beard and everything, when he's a cop shooting people up.
I want a diorama base with the villain standing outside in the rain during that dream sequence. I want that badly. Dude. The villain in that movie is super
underrated.
Great
very
villain,
underrated.
Bro.
Yeah. So are you going to buy like a whole bunch of teenage Ahsokas and little Annies when they come out and just put them in the classroom, like laying down with like a blanket over so you can't see them to make that scene? Yeah, I mean, you could put clothes over them, and just like all the kids are laying down and he's just sitting there and then the guy's on the outside. That would be cool.
But Kindergarten Cop, man, you'd have to have a ferret with that for sure.
I know.
You'd have to have the ferret,
which I'm sure they exist because there's companies that just make 6 scale animals, but
yeah,
I don't know what that was.
Real
quick, I want to address this membership message here from our boy 12-inch Moose Stream. A member for 9 months. Moose, you are too kind, my friend, as always. I very much appreciate you. And this is going along with what Chris said. Moose says my first hot toy was the MMS 117 in 2012. $120, spoiled me ever since. The one that started it all, the one that got Moose going, and now look at his collection. He's got an amazing collection of not only figures, but he's got basically every Jazz Inc. vehicle known to man. I think he might have all of the Batman vehicles, but That's amazing, dude. I always love hearing everybody's first figure, like what started it all. And MMS 117. That's awesome, dude. Well, thanks for sharing with us. And once again, thank you so much for the generosity. Super Hottie Moose. That's what we're calling you, Super Hottie. That should be my new tier, Super Hottie. But thank you so much, Moose. I very much appreciate you, my friend. Pulp 2 Pixel says always battle damage. Now, Pulp, I think you made a comment earlier that you were holding off temporarily to get this. I think that was you. If I missed your comment, I had it somewhere. But yeah, if you guys want to pre-order this, just keep an eye on it. I mean, it'll probably last your standard like 6-month life cycle, but for me, I'm not risking it. No way. Not for the T-800. Figured Out says I have both T1 T-800s, battle damage endo, and all 3 T2 T-800s. So with this figure, I can use one of these heads on my DX13 and have both looks for them. Yeah, I mean, that's a great way to reuse it if you don't want to kind of go through and sell some of the older stuff. Like I said, and you know, Austin said it as well. Austin's going to sell off his Present Toys ones. I'm probably going to let mine go now as well because I don't need the Present Toys versions alongside the Hot Toys one. The Hot Toys ones are obviously better, so I'm going to go with that. How about a Twins 2-pack? Dude. No. Imagine if a third-party company even does something with Kindergarten Cop. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, who is your daddy and what does he do?
It's not a tumor.
Our mom says that our dad's a real sex machine. Well, good for him.
I think Sean, were you the kid in that film? You sounded just like him.
Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina.
Anyways, Mike, I want to jump to you, dude, because I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Obviously, we've been kind of throwing out thoughts here and there, and guys, on the rest of the topics, we're just gonna kind of throw it around as we usually do. But for this one, I wanted to hear everybody's thoughts on it because it's such a big one, and then we're gonna address that question, and that's gonna be kind of an open discussion for the chat as well. What are your thoughts on this one, dude? Real leather, 2 brand new head sculpts, a pretty decent amount of accessories. Unfortunately, the one thing they did not include with this one, which was a letdown for me, but I understand it, was the liquid metal T1000. Yeah, are you saying they didn't include the thumb? I thought they did. I thought they did.
I thought they did.
I thought they did.
They did actually, Chris.
I'm pretty sure they did. It's got the fire on it and everything. Let me see. Hold up.
Oh yeah. I think that's
okay. Maybe it doesn't have the fire for some reason. I thought it did, but they did include it. But the liquid metal T1000. Mike, they didn't include, but other than that, I think he comes with a ton of really great stuff. It's probably pointless to ask, but are you picking this one up, and what are your thoughts on it, man? The 2.0 battle damage T-800.
Yeah, I've already pre-ordered this, and
perfect.
Yeah, I didn't really wait too long. Sorry, just as you came to me, the air conditioning unit went on. I hope that's not too loud.
Oh, it's not too bad.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I would gladly trade that, the T1000. I guess statue for this base, right? Because it didn't come with anything like this.
No, that's true.
So I'd rather have this kind of like environmental diorama because I wouldn't use the T1000 thing. So I'd love a proper T1000. Obviously, you know what I like about this figure, and I guess this is like, sorry, I forget who mentioned it, but they said battle damage like every time in the chat, and I'm with them, man. They're just. I'm a sucker for battle damage stuff, and
it adds a lot of life, right?
Yeah, it does. It really does. And sometimes you could say like it goes too far for my taste. Like the new Vader, I can see some people being kind of put off by that because it's not screen accurate. It's just like random. I mean, I like that figure a lot, but I get that. But for this one, like every time I look at it, I'm seeing something that I didn't notice before. So I've always kind of felt like battle damage you get more for your money, if that makes sense, just because there's a lot more like to the molding and to the weathering,
a lot more paint apps and everything.
Yeah, like
that's true.
So that always kind of I don't know, that's something I always found interesting. But this is like a perfect figure to me, man. And yeah, were there like some additional accessories like we've been mentioning? Sure. But again, he's got everything he needs for this look, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of like, now I'm just going to have to decide how I'm going to display him. Which head, which arm, right? But you started off talking about leather, and that was going to be the first thing I talked about. But you kind of covered it. Like, I'm just so impressed with these pictures of how it's a lot easier to get faux leather to lay naturally on a piece this small. So the fact that they can get this to look so natural and not like puffy or boxy or anything like that.
Right, and you can kind of see that in this photo too, how it lays on the body. I agree.
Yeah, and it flows with his body too. So they
Yeah.
got him in some poses where the jacket's still, it's going directionally where it should, like that.
Yeah, because he's leaning over, right? You
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
like
see it's
leaning
leaning
over.
with him.
But the straps still look like they have some realistic weight, like real world weight to them. If that makes sense, you know. So I'm really excited. I saw this movie. No one wanted to go with me. I was 11 years old, and my aunt and uncle happened to be visiting at the time, and my aunt wanted to go. She loves Arnold. She loves action movies, and I just thought that was really sweet of her to take me.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I was 11, and I'll never forget that day. It was one of the just best movie experiences still to this day. And so just for that nostalgic reason, even if the movie wasn't as good as it is, just for that memory, I'd want this figure. But then
absolutely.
It's like one of the greatest action movies ever made. In fact, as you guys were talking, I just ordered the 4K from Amazon.
Nice.
So I was like, wait,
just talking about it, you're like, yeah, I should buy that. I definitely want that.
And also to know that it's not going to deteriorate, that it's got longevity, and to know that it's essentially the same price as the original release. You know, when you factor in inflation and all that, it's a great deal for what you're getting in today's prices. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I think the price is very fair. I think from Off the Racks, and I have a link, guys, because there's only, for those of you guys that order from Off the Racks, there's actually only 2 left, so I'll put it in the chat for you guys. But yeah, through Off the Racks, it's $355 out the door. I mean, for 2 head sculpts, a DX release with a sick diorama-based USB powered, like all those accessories, I think that's very fair. And we can kind of compare this to some other stuff recently, and we're like, damn, I feel like this is a much better value than a lot of stuff we've seen.
I'm so
recently.
sad that they included that base, bro.
Yeah, me too. And I love the chains, the real chains hanging on it.
And I saw Ty saying that if you only real men cry at that final scene. The first time seeing it, dude, it was sad, man. You felt bad for a robot, you know?
Yeah. The more I look at these, though, as much as I love the glowing eye, I kind of like the life that you see in both eyes and getting a little bit more of that Arnold sculpt. So I'd probably go with that sculpt and, his less battle damaged arm probably in display. Because even in the film, because there's so much prosthetics and stuff like that, he loses a little bit of character, of real life to his face. So,
that's true.
I think I'd probably go with that because you're still getting a ton of battle damage effect without, the glowing eye there. Well,
and
cool
I actually love
is,
this pose here too, dude.
Yeah.
I think that kind of makes using that head worth it even more. Just having him crawling, trying to get to his. Because I think at this point when he was crawling, he was trying to get to the grenade launcher. I think that's what this is replicating. When he was on the metal grates and he was in the factory, he was crawling across.
Then he gets that rod in the back. This is moments before that.
That's right before. Yeah, exactly.
Dude. And does it come with that rod in this?
It does. Yeah, there's a photo of him leaning on it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did this.
Oh, there it is right there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they did this
so cool.
Same thing that 13, I think, had that as well.
Yeah. If you're a photographer, there's just so much.
Oh, they're gonna have a blast with this. Those guys that are really good at taking photos, man, they're gonna have a blast with this. Which is not me.
People did those custom bases, like the base that's coming with this. I mean, obviously on a larger scale, but
yeah, there was a whole factory dio with the lava and everything, dude. I saw that and I was blown away, and it had super bright LEDs inside of it and everything. That was sick. But obviously, for a mass-produced figure, this is sick. Like that diorama is really dope, man. But yeah, dude, I'm glad to hear you're picking it up. I'm not surprised at all because I knew every time something gets announced, there's certain people I think of, and of course I thought of you guys on the panel because I knew you guys would be super hyped for this one. So glad to hear you're picking it up, dude. I'm glad to hear you're happy with what you're seeing here because I think it looks fantastic. Personally, I think he looks awesome. And
Fat Gadget just commented on the. Go ahead, Chris.
What'd you say, Chris?
I
was going to say real quick that Fat Gadget just commented every time he looks at this, he hears the soundtrack, and that is exactly.
Dude, 100%.
What a testament to the music.
One of my favorite movie songs of all time, the main theme. Dude, it's so good. That and RoboCop. RoboCop has great music as well.
The only thing I was going to say is, I wish, because they did it with Darth Vader, his LED electrocuted helmet, the LED, it's USB wired. Kind of wish they somehow could have integrated that with his eyeball so you could always have it lit. But
It's probably really hard, I guess, because the way that the head just kind of sits on there, it would like kind of pinch the wire. It's probably very difficult to do that. They would have most likely had to do like a hole that goes to the back of the head, which I don't want that.
But I mean, you're not looking at the back of the fish if he's from the front, so it wouldn't bother me too much, especially if it was for that sculpt.
Yeah, but at the same time, an
Or
LED
at
that
least
small,
the
it's going to
plug-in.
burn
Like if
out.
they do the eyeball rolling, like where they used to separate, like you could take a chunk. I know one of them, whichever one it was, the 10 or 13, you could take a piece. The top
Yeah,
of his hair.
I don't personally want. I get what you're saying. I wouldn't personally want that. I'd rather have more realism than have it USB powered if it's going to cause like an issue with the looks. But I get what you're saying.
It's just if it's off, it's one of those things like C3PO where if it's off, he might look dead.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the collector. For me, that doesn't actually bother me too much. Like the one that I thought would bother me was Moon Knight, like not having the LEDs, but it really doesn't. I look at him like he still looks awesome.
And see, I'm with you. Like that's me as well. But I guess certain figures or IP, like if it was Anakin or something like that, like things that really like I've had an attachment to, I just like to see that much more. Like I kind of nitpick more on it. But
yeah. And yeah, Luke, that's a great idea. This would be great for Freddy Krueger. That'd be sick. That's actually a great idea because, you know, whenever he takes people into the nightmares, he's always by a bunch of pipes with you know, steam and stuff coming off.
The real question is, though, Connor, what's a scarier nightmare? Freddy or the nightmare on this panel tonight? That's the question I think we really got to ask ourselves. And I know where my vote's going. Yeah.
That's tough, dude. I think I'd have to go with Sean. I think Sean would handle business more. Because Freddy, you could run from him outside of your dreams. Sean will haunt you because he's the nightmare. He will haunt you in your dreams and in real life. So I feel like he has the upper hand.
If Freddy was after Sean would take sleeping pills. That's how wild Sean is.
I go buy him a beer.
World, baby.
You'd be like, hey, let's talk about your problems, man. Why are you going after little teenage kids? You know, like, what's your deal, dude? What, are you not man enough to go after adults? What's going on?
Sean would be facing him head on, dude, with the shoulder charge.
Sean's going for everybody and see, like, if Freddy, at least he would just kill you, kind of maybe toy with you, but Sean's going to be dirty with it, though.
Dude, I'm going to keep you alive. It's like, hey, you got information I need. You're not asking me any questions.
Sean's like, comb my mustache. I want answers.
When Freddy goes to sleep, Sean's in his dreams.
Swear to
me. X-Man Supreme says, this is a cool announcement, but I'm sitting here waiting for more Deadpool and Wolverine announcements, like Sterling Archer waiting for his mom to pick him up from lacrosse practice. Honestly, dude, like, I would absolutely love to see more, but I think I'm, like, satiated with what they've given us. So, like, if we don't get any more, I'd personally be happy, but, dude, you're, like, a way bigger Wolverine fan than I am, so I totally get it. Like, you want everything there is to get from it. But I would love to see more. I'm rooting for you. It's just, like, I feel like they gave us enough to where I'm like, okay, like, you know, if they don't do any more, I'm happy. You know, and I think Kidpool was probably the last one. Yeah, I think Kidpool was probably the last one with the couch and everything that a lot of people were really hoping for that couch. And then once they got that, I think a lot of people are probably pretty satisfied. But I hope to see more. The brown suit would be like, yeah, that'd be a good way to like round it off for sure.
I know some people want Cavill Wolverine too. And
I don't need
all that.
I love Cavill, dude, but I don't need him as Wolverine. Like, and if he becomes Wolverine in the future, there's our opportunity, and maybe he will. Who knows?
Like the only figure I'll feel like we got shorted is the brown suit if we don't get it. Like,
yeah.
Other than that, I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
I want a Ryan Reynolds head sculpt.
Yeah, it looks like we'll be going with present toys if they don't do a battle damage one.
We might be talking about that rumor later on, though, right? Because there might be a nice one.
That is not on my list.
Oh, okay.
But people have been mentioning that for a while, like a battle damage Deadpool with the mask remove. So I'd be all for it. I would totally take it. And like I said, X-Man, I hope we get more. It's just I feel like how I'm feeling right now with the stuff that's been announced. I'm like, okay, I can. If we don't get any more, I'm okay. You know.
I could see them doing like an ultimate Deadpool where it has like Wolverine's attachments.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of other things and like two different versions of the dog. And like his head, like one where he's like smiling because he cracked a joke and another one where he's serious.
Welcome to the boiler room, bitch.
Bitch.
I think, Sean, I think you getting this mustache is the best thing you've ever done. I'm not.
It's great, dude.
I thought it was weird at first. I love looking at him with the mustache.
You know, honestly, that last comment, I just like glanced at it. I didn't read it, but I thought he says when Nightmare takes you to the bedroom. It's like
he did not say that. I do X-23. I will say I'm lying. X-23, I do want. You got me there. Yeah. I do want the X-23 for sure.
When he takes you to the bedroom, it feels like the boiler room.
To the boiler room. Chris definitely went off camera for a reason. He's preparing, dude. He's got it. There he is. I knew it. So, guys, drop a like for Big Dog Pound being in the house. Drop a like on the stream. We got 69 people watching. We still got some great stuff to talk about. Without further ado, we got to give the man himself, Big Dog Pound, his grand introduction.
What's going on, brother? Welcome to the Hot Toys Hotline, where we're just getting started talking about the Terminator. Had to get the Ric Flair drip for the drippiest dog himself. Welcome to the stream, Dog Pound. Woo!
There we go, dude. You can't ask for much more than that. But thank you so much for being here, Big Dog Pound, one of our great moderators here and a legend in the 6-scale community. Moving on, just to kind of round out our T-800 topic before we answer that question and show the photo that everybody's been passing around. Justin, do you have any additional thoughts? I know you've been able to throw in some thoughts here and there, but are you picking this one up? Let's answer that question, and then any additional thoughts you have on this 2.0 DX T-800 battle damage.
Yeah, I'll be quick with mine. 100% getting it. For me, it's the way people get excited about like a new Vader or a new whatever, I consider this that type of character, that iconic of a character for me, so this is, I've been saying it for a while. When I got it, I'm almost going on a year of collecting 6-scale stuff, but I've collected other things. But for 6-scale Hot Toys, I would almost say this is probably my favorite announcement since I've been collecting personally, just because huge, it's what I want. And I think it's a big moment because I'm hoping that we're going to start seeing a lot more of this, because this year there hasn't been a whole lot of huge blockbusters except for Deadpool Wolverine that they can really put their efforts behind on some figures or lines of figures. That's why we're seeing a lot of TV shows from Disney Plus and stuff. So I'm just hoping that this is a sign of things to come, that they at least get back to their roots somewhat and give us these big action franchises, because this is literally what my whole collection would consist of up to this point. But I held off not buying backwards because I was just thinking, I was like, it's been a while since they've done one of these. This seems like the perfect time. And luckily, I was correct in that too. And like a lot of us assumed this would be coming. I'm hoping for another one, a clean version. And I'm hoping for, like we've talked about with like the Alien franchise, maybe getting some love there. Maybe getting some love from Predator. I'd love to see a Dutch. That'd be insane. But lastly, I just want to say, with James Cameron, I was thinking about this earlier. We talk about Avatar. We talk about I don't know if there's another director aside from maybe Spielberg that their movies are true experiences of you remember where you were when you saw it for the first time, and it immerses you in such a way. And I think I could speak for all of us where Terminator 2 is that movie that has lived on in our minds, because it was something we truly had never seen before at that point. It was absolutely insane. Yeah. It had everything, man. And I know a movie's great when my whole family watches it. If everybody, my mom, my dad, whoever, we're a big movie family, but when everybody's watching it and they don't care about the rating and they're just look, man, we got to watch Terminator. It's just one of those things where I'm hoping we get a few more figures from this line. But yeah, dude, I'm absolutely hyped, and I think this is number one for me, man. Since I've been collecting announcement, I don't have a Terminator. This is just huge for me, so I'm very excited.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
And it's also, just to piggyback on that real quick, it's also easy to forget that this is much more than an action movie when it came out. This was a special effects marvel when it came out. He had perfected during the Abyss a lot of what you ended up seeing in the Liquid Terminator effects that was really blew people's minds back then, really ahead of its time. So it just shines for that reason as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, hey, well said, dude. And it's always amazing to hear this is my favorite announcement yet. That's just it brings excitement to the hobby that we need. And I think this this is one of those announcements that like brings people together, because you don't see a lot of hate for something like this, because Hot Toys really did their damnness to make it good, and they included basically everything we would want. So love to see stuff like this, and I totally agree with, like, you know, this is one of those films you can remember basically every little piece of it, because it has so many memorable scenes. If we're talking about the fight with the T-1000 at the end, if we're talking about the hospital scene, if we're talking about like stealing the T-800 arm, like there's just so many memorable scenes. That the chase in, you know, the California, you know, whatever, what do they call those when they're riding down into the
like your water,
yeah, like the drainage system, whatever they're called. There's just so many memorable scenes in this film, and that's what makes a good film, is something that implants in your brain and you just smile every time you think of it. So well said, Justin.
And Connor, last thing I want to say is, you know, it gives us an excuse to talk about this great movie again, and that's what I love about these announcements, because. And again, I've said it a million times. Like I love Star Wars, Marvel, Batman, all this stuff, you know. But for me, for us to be able to talk about Terminator 2, a movie that I believe came out in like 92, and we're talking about it in 2024, and it feels fresh because they're giving us a collectible like this, brand new, 2024. That's awesome, man. And that's what I love about collecting and stuff. Is it's something you could look at and just takes you back to all those memories and all those great experiences watching the movie.
Yeah, well said, dude. Well said.
Absolutely.
And it's funny because Pulp to Pixels bring us a great point. Like, we got a new Chewbacca recently, and then we get a T-800, and, you know, there's just so much really cool stuff coming on. Yeah, and Pulp said he's hitting the corner after all these announcements. But yeah, there's been a lot of great stuff, a lot of nostalgic stuff, and then like Sideshow comes in and does the Scum and Villainy line, and then like Sideshow releases the David from the Lost Boys, and it's like, if you asked me a couple years ago, do I think this stuff's going to happen, I would have said no. So it's really exciting. It's a great time to be a 6-scale collector, because they're just hammering us with great stuff. And, you know, we got a Beetlejuice. We got 2 Beetlejuices. So it's it's crazy,
you're right.
man.
This is very nostalgia heavy the last few weeks even, or a couple months, right? Like there's something different about being able to talk about this as opposed to like a new Mandalorian figure or something, which are great, but
this is way cooler, right? Because we get less of this.
Yeah.
We get way less of this. Big Dog Pound says, a leather goods sold me on this figure. I don't have to worry about the fabric deteriorating. Absolutely. You know, it's a huge win for us. And like I said, I've said this many times, I don't think Hot Toys is going to remain consistent on that yet, but it's just still great to see it on such an important figure where I could put this on my shelf and I don't have to constantly glance at it to see if the pleather's needing some conditioning or something. You know what I mean? So I totally agree. But Sean, I'm gonna jump to you. You're gonna kind of end us off on this part of the topic. Then we're gonna pull up that photo that was shared by Yixi, and then we're gonna pull up the question that was shared with us earlier through a super chat, and then we're gonna move on to our next topic. So, Sean, do you have any additional closing thoughts? I know you've been able to jump in here and there, but any closing thoughts on this one?
I do have closing thoughts, but real quick, maybe we should do a watch party on Terminator 2, all of us.
Yeah, that'd be cool, dude. That would be really cool.
So,
I wish I would do it on stream if I wouldn't get copyrighted. But yeah, that'd be really fun.
No, we can do it. We used
to do them in the Discord. We used to do them in the Discord.
But you can show it we can do it on stream and just say hit play now, and then we're just talking and people are watching the movie along with us. I've done that before.
It's almost like a little bit of like a DVD commentary type of situation.
Yeah.
Or like every time you illegally watch a boxing match and it's just them saying, "Oh, strong right hand." You know, it's like one of those things. But go ahead, Sean.
So my thoughts on this. I don't want this to be a tease and that's it. You know, I want
more.
I want them to give us more.
But I know I shouldn't.
They should have given us more. But anyways, I want to get 2. I have not ordered it yet, but I do want to get 2. It just seems lately like every time I get a $20 code from Sideshow is when it's too late.
Dude, with the 20 offs for their new stuff, it literally works for like a couple hours, I think, and then they take it off. It's crazy.
It's that day. It's day one. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Sometimes it's a few days, but
you know what's really weird, man? The Thrawn, the code worked on Thrawn. Even though, like, I just used that code on him like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they rotate the codes
Very
too. Like they
strange.
rotate figures off. I don't know if it's like a back end thing where it automatically does it if they see it hasn't made, like maybe it like, oh, this one hasn't been purchased in a certain amount of time. Let's throw it on the thanks code.
And you'll never
I don't
know. Yeah,
Exactly.
So
It's
just
totally,
try every code all the time.
Exactly. It's a totally like a back end thing, but
Yeah. Overall, it's good. I'm glad we're getting leather. I like the damage to the stock on the M79.
yeah, that's super cool.
The less lethal or non-lethal grenade launcher is pretty cool. Yeah, I want to get 2 just to have both heads, using both head sculpts on it. I like the base. The base reminds me of, I don't remember the company that makes this statue, but it has Schwarzenegger life-size bust, and then you spin it around, and on the backside it has a 1/6 scale of him going down into the lava.
I know, doesn't Prime 1 do stuff like that? Like with the Godzilla statues, they had like Kong on the throne, like it was like a bust, and then on the, was that Prime 1?
I don't think it was Prime 1.
I don't know shit about statues.
Prime 1
Yeah.
does do a lot like that, but I don't know if the Terminator one was.
Yeah, Prime 1 doesn't do silicone, and the
No.
head sculpt was silicone.
Maybe Queen Studios, maybe, I think. I know
Maybe.
Queen does a lot of the silicone busts.
And they have the Terminator license, so that would make sense.
But, you know, if they go all in, what I would like to see is the motorcycle.
Yeah. Like a set, like with the clean version, the motorcycle, that would be amazing. Well, we might as well, Sean, reel it into the question, and then I'll pull up this photo, and then we can you could continue to share your thoughts on this. But let me pull this up then, because that kind of is reeling us into our conversation here. Let me zoom that out a little bit. So pull this up as well, as I promised. So, Sean, kind of going along with that, your thoughts on, you know, the possibilities of more from Terminator, and we're talking about the sculpt here from Yixi. So yeah, and I'm going to say this right now, guys, because I know a lot of people have started to speak on this. I reached out to Yixi and asked her point blank. I said, was this sculpt made as a base sculpt for the battle damage? Because a couple people that I was talking to kind of said that that's the impression they got. Or is this used for a new figure? And she said, she was very honest. She said, I honestly could not tell you. So I guess once she, you know, provides the 3D file to Hot Toys, they do their transaction, they are free to do with it whatever they want. Because the impression that someone gave to me was that maybe they use this as the base, and then someone else did the battle damage work, like another artist. But I will say this, I take this with a grain of salt. I compared this to the battle damage sculpt, and there are some differences. Like the wrinkles in between the eyes, the wrinkles in between your eyes right there, they're very different on this sculpt versus what the battle damage one is. The peak in the hair pattern's different. Like there are some differences. I don't know if they took her file and modified it afterwards. I don't know how that works. I have no idea. So, although this was posted and it says commission work for Hot Toys Collectibles, this doesn't immediately say that this is a sculpt for a clean version. I just want to make that clear. I think a lot of us kind of jumped the gun on that when we saw this, but Yixi doesn't very often. I don't think she's ever actually posted a photo before a figure was announced by Hot Toys. Like, you know, she doesn't like leak a photo. So it was kind of like we all kind of jumped the gun out of excitement, but I just want to temper your expectations. I did ask Yixi, and she could not confirm that this was for a new figure. She said she's honestly not sure. So just wanted to tell you guys that. Because this, from what I understand, again, it was another artist did share the sculpt who does work for Hot Toys. So that's why someone who knows a lot about this stuff and talks to Hot Toys employees and stuff, they told me that their impression was that this was used as a base for the battle damage sculpt, and this other artist added the battle damage elements. I don't know if that's true. I just want to temper expectations, because Yixi has never, as far as I know, and as far as other people I've talked to, she has never posted a sculpt before Hot Toys announces it. And that would make sense, because that's kind of like, you know, a conflict of interest. She's like leaking a figure before it's announced. I feel like Hot Toys wouldn't want her to do that, so I don't know. All I can do is be upfront and honest with you. That's my thought on it. But with that being said, I very much hope that this is a sign of a clean version coming from Hot Toys. We just don't know. But let me pull this question back up. Let me get this off the screen, because that keeps popping back up. Let me pull this question back up. So Sean, Angry Dog, and this is kind of an open question, but we'll start, Sean was already kind of speaking, and then we'll kind of have an open discussion on this, and people in the chat share your thoughts. Angry Dog asked us earlier, do you think Hot Toys will make an endoskeleton, maybe a Terminator 1 figure? Ripley, that's a kind of a different topic, but an Ellen Ripley, is it extremely early to think about it? So Sean, what are your thoughts on that as we're talking about, a Battle Damage just got announced, and we see this head sculpt here, which we're unsure of what's going on with it. What are your thoughts?
So Ellen Ripley, definitely going to happen from Aliens. I would not be surprised if we even saw a Ripley from Alien 3. So that's my thought on that.
I don't want that.
I know you're not a fan of Alien 3, but
I would still buy it because it's Ripley, but I would not want that. I would
I'd pick that up if they give us the dog alien. I would love to have them paired up together. Just have her sitting down or on the ground with it right next to her head. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I would probably take what I could. If I had my choice, I wouldn't pick that one, but I would still.
Right, it's one of those things like you would want it because it's Ripley and it's a new Ripley, but
would it be my first choice? No, but I would like it.
Like my favorite look for Ripley is from Aliens. I love the Ripley from Aliens with the bug stompers and the strap together flamethrower. I
do love the jumpsuit from Alien though. Like I just love that look.
I love the first figure. I have it in my collection. I was grateful that I was able to trade. I actually traded my extra wrecker for it. I was pretty hyped about that.
Resurrection with the basketball, I'd take too.
With the basketball hoop and everything. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's one of my pet peeves is basketball in the future. I hate it. It's like, I know that sounds very specific and random, but I've always hated that.
Her outfit is kind of goofy in that movie too, like the red, leather, whatever that.
Yeah. But even when they did it, when David and Prometheus is playing basketball, I'm like, oh god. Is it because they're still like orange Spalding balls? Like, just come on, at least make them look futuristic.
Product placement, baby, even in the future.
Yeah. So we all think that maybe there'll be a new Ellen Ripley.
And I don't think it's extremely early to think about it. I think it's right on time. I think.
And there was a rumor that we talked about a while back. Well, not even that long ago, that there's going to be a new die-cast endoskeleton as well. So that's probably still in the cards.
Yep,
that's probably still in the cards. What do you guys think about Terminator 1? I think Terminator 1's not out of the question, but I think Terminator 2 is probably what's on their plate right now. I think they're probably more interested in that because there's way more fans of Terminator 2, I think.
Bro, give me a Terminatrix.
No.
But what is it, the 40th anniversary right now of T1?
Is it?
Something like that, right?
Wait, what is it? Let me look.
I honestly didn't know that, if that's true. Oh, and Justin, look who we got here. This schmuck. What's up, Steve? I'm just joking. Schmuck. We got Evil Sneaker, a channel member, a good friend, and a fellow enabler. I've been having to have some hard talks with this guy lately. I won't say what he was considering buying.
James Cameron, 1984, 40th anniversary.
There you go.
I didn't know that.
November.
I think we'll see a T1 first before another T2. At least one.
You're telling me none of you would take?
No, dude. We don't want T3. Get it? No.
You wouldn't take him carrying casket?
I don't want
that.
Dude.
I would. I would take that.
Connor's a hater, bro. He's not even.
No one wants that.
It would probably be a power pose.
He's not a Terminator fan.
Would you take John Connor? Is the real question.
I'd rather have them reissue all the Salvation figures.
Bro,
like straight reissue or improvement?
I'll take Terminator 3 over Salvation any day of the week.
And I'd rather have a Genesis CGI Arnold as well.
I'd love a Christian Bale, and I'd set up a bunch of 1/6 scale lights and stuff all around, so you can yell at the dude.
Do I go around ripping your lights down?
Yeah. Huh? And by the way, in his American accent the whole time.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
You're a good guy, but I'm done with you professionally.
You're a good guy, right? But professionally, we're through.
Come on, bro. The Terminatrix, she barges in the door. She's like John Connor and Catherine Brewster. Pushes him down, just straight up murders him in the party.
Would you guys be angry if they gave us a Bill Paxton Punk from T1 before Michael Bian's Reese?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, I would take any Bill Paxton from anything, but yeah, dude.
But I'd want a
Twister.
I'd want a Hudson,
Paxton
man.
Twister.
Come
Yeah, I was
on.
about to say if we get any Bill Paxton figure, they better give us all of the Colonial Marines first.
Yeah.
I want
including
Bill Paxton from True Lies. That's the character I want, man. Like
Get his brains
that dude
blown
is
out.
No,
such a
dude, you want him
slob.
from Twister, dude.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Hi, I'm Bill Paxton.
being
This is
serious,
Twister. Remember from the Universal ride? He did that. He did the.
yeah.
But yeah, I think we've spent enough time on the Terminator stuff, guys. Like I said, we could sit here and dream all day. Chris is very much dreaming about the Terminator 3 stuff.
I'll
It's
just
his
say this,
salvation,
Connor,
baby.
If we don't get something from the Alien franchise, like I don't know what movie it's going to be from. It might be Romulus. It might be whatever. We have got to get something from Hot Toys on Alien.
I know.
this
I think
year.
we will get Romulus stuff. It's probably they're working out licensing. Like Mike pointed out, it is Disney now, so it's probably gonna be easier than the Fox situation because look what happened with Prey, dude. Like Prey was a nightmare.
See, the most exciting thing about
Wait, what do you mean
Alien-
Prey was a nightmare?
It took them 2 years. Like even NECA was held back. Like all these companies were held back to announce. It was 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, they don't.
And what's and as popular as that movie was, it was a Hulu movie,
Right.
and
Which
Romulus
is crazy. That should have
is
got
like,
a theatrical. Like
I agree,
I
but
think they learned
Romulus,
from that
like they
experience.
gotta jump on that momentum because Romulus, I think, was way more successful than anybody thought. Like I thought that,
yeah.
I thought people thought the opening weekend would be good, but that movie has legs, man. Like that movie's doing really well, like consistently over.
I
the
think we'll
box
see
office
Hot
run.
Toys. I don't know when, but I think we'll see them. I think at the very least they'll do like the Scorched Xenomorph and like I would love to see Andy or what's her name, Rain. Like I'd love to see him, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. And go ahead. Thor.
No. I was just gonna say that. Like, I think if Hot Toys, not that they care, but if they really wanted to sell as many figures as possible, Aliens is the film to do because you can army build the hell out of those Xenos, you know. Whereas, like, obviously, they're just Alien. You only have the big chap, and then Romulus, you really have Scorched, and then like, if they do that figure, you're not going to army build that specific figure.
Yeah.
So that's why I think Aliens for me would be the most exciting because I would just buy like, I'd probably spend my whole budget on a bunch of Aliens, man.
And if they did the Colonial Marines, I'd buy them all. Vasquez, Hudson, like
right,
dude.
There's so many more characters you can do.
And that's the thing. Most of the armor is all the same.
Right, it's just like the body types and the head sculpts they got to change. So they could absolutely do it. I mean, they've done it. There's older figures of them. So if they did it way back then, and they did the power loader before. A lot of people don't know that they actually did the power loader in 6 scale.
If they did like Vasquez, sorry, dude, I know. If they did Vasquez, Hicks, Hudson, Gorman from the Colonial Marines, because they're the ones who survived.
That would be
I would be happy with that.
Oh,
Steve, I was gonna go easy on you, dude, and I wasn't gonna tell people. This man was considering in the same week adding 2 new Jazz Inc. vehicles to his collection, one of which is $1,800 before shipping. Get him out of here, man. Just get this evil. You bring him in here, and then Justin gets him riled up.
I like how he plugged his show as soon as he got in there. He's like, "Hello there!" Like he's he's a master
Just
marketer,
subtle,
man.
right,
He's
subtle.
plugging that show, plugging
Crazy,
that stream.
man.
I was going to ask you real quick, Connor, before we move on. Out of all those that was mentioned in that super chat, what would be the one that you like? Out of Terminator 1, out of a new Ripley, a new Xeno, what would be the one that you guys would like if you could only have one, and that means you couldn't get another one for a while, but we were guaranteed an announcement this year. What would you go with?
Honestly, I would say probably the diecast endoskeleton. I've been wanting that for a long time.
Nice.
I have Ripley from Alien. So, I'm satiated for now. Of course, Aliens is my favorite look. I do have the present toys on order, which, we'll see how that turns out. But, probably that die-cast heat, because that would be so sick, dude. So
Alien
sick.
Warrior for me, just because I can buy multiples of them, and then if they release no other figures from the films, I don't mind doing this. I like doing this. Like I'd throw them. I'd have the T-800 fighting them. I'd have Iron Man fighting them. I would
RoboCop, that'd be sick,
because
dude.
they're in the Marvel universe now too. So you can have your X-Men fighting them and stuff. And
that is true.
It's canon now. So
or you could do Predator versus Aliens. You could do Batman versus Aliens.
100%, exactly. Like they've had so much crossover that you can have
just make up your own thing. Like do like an action-packed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Aliens.
I actually do have that in my display.
I
had the quarter scales fighting each other.
I would have to say like Dutch from Predator for me would be huge, but I would also say Ripley. I don't have a Ripley yet, and I wouldn't mind buying backwards on some of these older Xenomorphs because I still think they look really badass. But I would want that updated look, and the Ripley still looks great. But I would want that. I think like maybe even an Artisan of that. Like, and I'm not even a big like it has to be Artisan guy, but I'm just saying like something that really felt deluxe and premium, and they gave us like the whole thing, kind of like they do with this T-800. Like they gave us like just this huge release. I would really like to see that from Ripley again. That'd be cool.
That's crazy, Justin, because I saw something else on your list that you said like you were really hoping to see, and
yeah,
I don't know if you saw the news, but they did announce the one that you were looking for, and that was,
yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
there it is, bro.
Dude, I thought there was some excitement missing, and
yeah. This is what I've been looking for, Connor.
What is that? Imaginary Beasts or whatever?
No, dude, this is Buddy from Anger Management.
Oh man, we got to talk about this one, guys.
The Easter Bunny.
Oh, yeah, we're having like an open discussion on this, by the way, but
we are.
Yeah, this is an open discussion.
Just move on, bro. Just move the back.
And it's gonna be a quick one. I got to be honest with you guys. You guys know that I love. And Steve literally said the other day he's not getting the Starfighter, and Chris has got him going again, man. He's such a FOMO guy, man. But guys, like, this is Batman Day, right? And I feel like the fact that not only we got 2 video game based figures, which is fine, but at the very least, everybody would want like the OG Arkham Origins, like a 2.0 of that. Like, why? Number one, the Batman Beyond. The actual Batman Beyond that was released previously years ago is not in high demand. It sells for like $220 because they made a ton of them. And it, you know, for whatever reason, people don't really buy that one too often.
That figure's awesome, though.
No, it's a great figure. And that was kind of going with my point, too, that I was going to make, Mike, is like there's nothing wrong with the original one. And it's badass. And like the all black with like the hits of red, that's what makes you like Batman Beyond. Because it's like, you know, it's very sleek looking. And like I feel like, I'm sorry, like this is like a wannabe Captain Enoch for me with like this mouth plate here. It's just, I don't like this, and it's crazy. I usually like this gaudy stuff. Like I like the Imposter Joker, I like the D100 Batman, but there's just something about this. I just don't like it at all. I'm just not a fan.
That might be the most disrespectful thing I've heard about this figure is a wannabe Captain Enoch.
Yeah, I don't know, man, and you know. Everybody that wants this one, you know, more power to you. You know how I am. I just don't. It doesn't do it for me. I have no interest in it. The moment I saw it, I was like, "You freaking kidding me?" And I saw the Batman 85 years. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And then I read the description. Oh, we're celebrating Batman Day, and I'm like, "So this is what you're doing for Batman Day?" So yes, guys, we did get 2 repainted figures for Batman Day, and they're both video game based. We didn't get the 92 Batman Returns. We didn't get the Batman and Robin figures that were teased not long ago, which I was expecting for Batman Day. I thought, cool, drop those 2. A lot of people would be happy, including myself, to finally have a representation from Batman and Robin.
Now, Connor, keep in mind, though, Batman Day is actually Saturday.
It's September 21.
It is. It's the 21st, but I don't know. You know. Hot Toys usually goes pretty light on Batman Day, so maybe they'll wow us this year. You're right. It hasn't happened yet, so maybe they'll wow us and do more. I would hope so. Maybe that's when the 92 Keaton pops out, or the
right.
But yeah, I hope that's not all this is, because last year I think what did we get, 1 or 2? Can't remember.
I don't remember either. But the blue Bale wasn't for Batman Day, right?
No, I think that was just
the 100th anniversary.
That was
that was just WB 100.
But like again, that was another weird choice, right? Like they seem to make some very strange choices with Batman.
If this is all it is, dude, this is really weird. Yeah. This one in particular, because you guys will be surprised. I'm not actually going to shit on the other one, because I actually kind of like the other one because it makes sense. This one, to me, I don't remember from the game. Was there an alternate look for the suit that kind of looked like this? I feel like maybe
there wasn't. There wasn't. However, like
gold.
No.
Prime One Studios did a gold version of the Batman.
I did see that when I was looking into it. Yeah, I did see that, but I couldn't find any alternate suits because I couldn't remember. I did play these games; they're fantastic games, but yeah, I don't know. It's just doesn't do it for me.
I always use the Batman Beyond suit when I played the game.
Yeah,
I have the Batman Beyond. I kind of like it. Not like to where I'm like, okay, how much is going to cost me? Type of like it, like, okay, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and sit and hope that, I get a shot at this while I sit around for 4 hours, hoping that my number gets picked through Sideshow's.
And this, by the way, Sean, this
system.
is apparently like an instant release. The Batgirl is not, but this one's coming out like now. So
right.
Why couldn't they do it the other way?
I don't know. I like the Batgirl though, the purple and the gold.
So I mean, I guess we kind of all have the same opinion on this one. It's not for me. It's not for me, and I'm happy for those that like it. Happy for those that are picking it up. And like I said, Mike and Sean, they bring up a good point. Batman Day's on the 21st, so let's hope that Hot Toys maybe just said, let's give them the shitty ones first, and then we'll do the good stuff. Of course, I'm just joking because the Batgirl is actually pretty cool. But yeah,
have you guys ever wondered like how they do this stuff? If they have like a contest somewhere within like Hot Toys of who will design like the best alternate one for whatever concept, and that's what gets picked.
I always wonder, like, when they sit down at the boardroom and they were talking about this one, and they're like, we should do a black and gold Batman Beyond. That's what our fans want. We already have the mold. Like, at the very least, they could have used like a more enticing, live action Batman or something that maybe would have sucked people in because of their love for that actor or something. But no, they just went for
chrome.
Or like like the Prestige Batman's really great looking, and it's subtle, and it's got a little bit of hits of gold and stuff from the games, and it's like
but they already did that one,
right? But you get what I'm saying though. Like they could have done something more subtle. This is just in your face, like Austin Powers Gold member gold. So it's like it's a little too much for me. But Fad Gadget, to answer your question, Fat Ass, is this meant to be some sort of fad ass? It did sound like fat.
Fad Gadget.
Fad asked.
Okay, thank you.
Is this meant to be some sort of cyborg Batman? I haven't got a clue who this is in the comic. I think this is just like a concept piece, honestly.
Well, I think he means like in general. Like it's like
it's about Batman Beyond in general.
Yeah. Like his name is Terry McGinnis, and he's like under the tutelage of Bruce Wayne in a futuristic Gotham. That's the best way I can kind of sum it up.
Yeah, and in the video game Arkham Knight, you have over 30 bat suits that you could use, and the Batman Beyond suit is one of the ones that Bruce Wayne can use as Batman. But it was all black and some red in the video game.
I don't know. It's hard for me to feel like there's not like reused assets here in the face, because I don't know. When I'm looking at it, it's like I don't know, guys. Like I feel like he's trying to steal Captain Enoch's swag.
Yeah.
But hey, put both of them together, like with a
right
gold trooper. You could have a.
Yeah, you can't tell them apart. You can't tell them apart at all. But this one, I will say, this one is way cooler. And the reason I say it is because the purple and gold, that's like Batgirl's like iconic colors. So this one makes a lot more sense. I actually much prefer this over the OG version of this from Hot Toys, like the video game version where she's got like the black and like I think it's like more of like a copperish, like bronze color. This looks beautiful. I will say, like the purple and the gold with that like yellow backing to the cape, that looks great. I think this one looks really good. I don't know if this is the exact same body. I never owned the figure. Lane did, and he was telling me before the stream started that one had issues with the hips, and he felt like this was the same body. But I can't confirm.
It is. I have it. It's exactly the same. Everything's designed exactly the same. However, mine didn't have any issues with hips. But I only kept it in one pose, so I never tried to do anything dynamic or anything. I've just made one pose and kept it like that, and that's it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the interesting thing about this one, guys, I don't know if many people peeped it. This has the branding of the 30 years of Sideshow. And basically what they said in the description of this figure is Sideshow is basically going to get most of these figures, and there's going to be very limited units. I think there's going to be 500 elsewhere, like between Japan and China. And then I'm guessing Sideshow is going to get the other 1,500, if I had to guess. Which is pretty cool to see, like, the level of collaboration there between the two. I don't know if there's any mention of this being wool hair. It looks like nicer hair, but it's kind of hard to tell with the color. It might just be like
the same.
It looks like it's got a little body to it.
I was going to say, it may be a situation with like the Anne Hathaway, like the nylon hair being reused because it's kind of pinched under the mask, and maybe they felt like they didn't. Which, I mean, I guess we can't really use that argument because Lady Pool, that was just like a ponytail, and that was wool. So I don't know. But
it took me a minute to get used to this like face sculpt, and I know it's the same as the original one, but she just looks a little, I don't know, strange. But I guess I've gotten used to it now. It's really not bad. It might pair well with the blue Bruce Wayne. Blue,
like I
Batman.
kind of like this one to go in my like you said, with the D-100 Batman, the imposter Joker, like an alternate universe. I don't have a Batgirl, and I feel like this would be cool to have as my representation for the Batgirl. So I'm considering picking it up. Like I said, I like the colors. I think it's cool. Not again when we talk about Batman Day. If this is all we get, I'm not super happy. But I still think this one's pretty cool. I don't want to crap on this one nearly as much as the other one for my personal taste, because I think this looks pretty neat. And like some other people are saying in the chat, like this is a nice nod to like the '66 Batgirl and like, you know, the iconic Batgirl color. So I think that makes it have much more of a cool factor than just giving us a random gold member Captain Enoch Batman that doesn't make a lot of sense.
She's pretty bare bones though, huh?
Yeah, she doesn't come with much. I mean, she comes with a lot of hands, which I guess is kind of warranted considering she has nothing. But I don't really know what much else they would include with her. I can't remember.
I mean, I guess they could have added a wheelchair.
Ha! That's true. That is true.
I mean, spoiler alert, everyone.
Yeah, if you didn't know.
In case nobody knew, Batgirl becomes Oracle and does become paralyzed.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I spoiled that for anyone,
This game came out a long time ago.
If they cared, they would know by now if they cared.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else to say about it. I don't know if any of you guys are interested in picking this one up.
You know what would have been paired great with this is if we got the Tim Drake Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would have been cool. Or
that would have been
everybody
cool.
wants that Nightwing that they showed a long time ago. Didn't do anything with it.
That would be great too.
Damn, spoiler alert.
Bat family.
Yeah. But guys, we're going to move on. I don't want to spend too much time on these because I know everybody's like, these suck. But we do have...
Unfortunately, Connor, I got to bounce.
Oh, that's right. You
Sorry,
do have to
guys.
bounce, so... Sorry you couldn't make it to the juicy... But, you know, you'll be watching on the replay, I'm sure.
I'll be listening in the car right now.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Well, hey, at least you get a little taste of it. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, bro. We appreciate you spending the time that you could.
Great seeing you guys, as always. And chat, thank you for a lively show. I'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
See you, man.
Bye, dude.
All right, guys. I think it's time, guys. I think we're gonna talk about what everybody's waiting for, and there's a list of a heavy list here. And guys, as I always say, and I'm gonna keep it at the bottom here, so everybody doesn't get super hyped up and say like, "Hey, Hot Toys Hotline told me this and it didn't happen." But we've talked about these rumor lists in the past, and some of them have come true, and some of them haven't. That's how it always works, and some of those might just be on the horizon. Yeah, see, Chris is like the average person that just hops in. But and before we get started, Justin, you are too kind, my friend. A member for 6 months, a Hotline hottie, the GOAT, as I always call Justin. Justin is the GOAT. Thank you so much, Justin. You are too kind, my friend. Great way to start off this discussion because there's a lot of big stuff here. A lot of big stuff here. So thank you so much, Justin. You are too kind, bro. But guys, we got some interesting ones here. And I want to start by saying this list was compiled and some of this stuff has already come true. So we have Batman Beyond. Unfortunately, that came true. We have the Arkham Batgirl Alternative Color. That came true. Now, this list was originally posted and then updated on... this is actually posted by my buddy 16lovers over on Instagram. Check him out. He posts amazing photos, day one photos of new releases and stuff. He has a great page. But he was updating this list, and I will say something has not been updated on this list, and that's the Mark 80. The Mark 80 has been announced and / released because we do have a release for the... I don't know if the non-Avengers Campus version was released, but the Shawarma Iron Man that was released at D23, that is the Mark 80. So that one has already happened. I don't know if this was specifically on there for the non-Avengers Campus version. I'm guessing that's why. But an interesting one here that I personally have been waiting for a while is a DX Harley Quinn. Now, of course, we don't know which version. If I had to be a betting man, I would say it's definitely going to be that OG Suicide Squad look with the fishnets, and as you can see pictured here, that's the look I want. I've been holding off on getting that original one all this time because of that. And funny enough, I actually saw one that got posted the other day with rooted hair for like $450, and it sold, I think. So perfect timing for a sale if this ends up happening. I really hope that it does because that would be incredible. She's definitely a hole in my DC collection right now, and I've been holding off. I don't have any Harley Quinns because I did not care for those Birds of Prey versions whatsoever. And I had the Prisoner version with the slippers, and I didn't. It just wasn't for me as like a definitive Harley, so I sold it off. But this would be absolutely amazing. I do foresee us getting one from the new Joker film as well. I could see that happening for sure because Hot Toys did license that new figure under Joker 2. So I definitely see that happening as well. And, X-Men Supreme brings that up also. But yeah, I think absolutely Tom Hardy is a good one as well because, the final Venom film is coming out with Tom Hardy. So what a better time to kind of close out the trilogy and give us another figure, but finally give us an Eddie Brock. Maybe like Eddie Brock with like Venom coming over his shoulder or something like that one third-party company did. Just something to kind of tie in the characters together in figure form. I would love to see that. Here's an interesting one, and this one's been on my list for a while, and this is another one I've been avoiding, is the Scarecrow with a Cillian Murphy head sculpt. I would love to see them give us the head sculpt finally for Cillian Murphy, and like they did the that 2-pack with the Demon Batman that came with the suited look, and it also had the burlap sack that goes over it and stuff. But I don't know about you guys. How many of you guys would pick up that Cillian Murphy head sculpt Scarecrow? That'd be an easy one for me.
1000%, dude. This is the one on the list for me, honestly. That's the biggest long shot, though. I will say, like, this would shock me if we got this, and so it being on this list, because all these other ones I can totally see happening, and some already have. So if we get the Cillian Murphy head sculpt with Scarecrow, dude, that's, maybe they license it under, Dark Knight Rises. That could be a loophole on that because we haven't gotten a ton for Begins. So maybe they throw it in for, Rises because he was in that for a little bit. But then again, he wasn't Scarecrow really. So but they could do Dark Knight, I guess. He was in Dark Knight for about 2 minutes. So, yeah, dude, I would be all about this. I would love to get this and Liam Neeson, Ra's al Ghul. Like, that would be amazing.
Ra's al Ghul would be sick. I still want Jim Gordon. Like, I've been close to pulling the trigger. I don't want the SWAT version, but I've been close to pulling the trigger on that, like the Robin and Jim Gordon 2-pack, because I really want the Jim Gordon. So if they went back, or like a new Alfred, because we didn't get that Alfred, that Michael Caine Alfred, we didn't get that with the new Armory set, unfortunately, that he originally came with. Another interesting one, guys. How do you guys feel about them giving us a Garfield No Way Home after they had licensing issues and gave us an Amazing Spider-Man 2 one? Chris, I know you. I want you to comment on that one, Chris, because you're a big TASM fan.
I am, and I said unless it came with, I don't know. I mean, I did want the lab coat with the other one, but it would obviously have to come with a bunch. I know a bunch of people wanted a more accurate Garfield sculpt. So for those people
like an older
before, I don't really use the sculpt anyway because Spider-Man, I kind of, for me in my display, I kind of have him as Spider-Man rather than having his mask off, unless you have the whole trio and doing that scene, then I can understand. But I don't know. There's no reason why I would need to pick up that version. And for them to do this suit yet again so soon, I mean, I don't know. There are some people who probably will be for it and want that, but for me, as somebody who got the TASM 2 and I had the previous TASM 2, I'm just tapping out with that. It's too soon for me.
That's fair.
This only makes sense to me if it's Artisan. It really does. Kind of how they did with the Iron Spider, but I don't know if the demand would be high. I mean, they wouldn't need the demand really if they made it limited because it's Spider-Man. But I'm with Chris on this, man. It doesn't make sense really. There's not a whole lot of stuff they could really do. I don't think it being under No Way Home license would be this huge strong pull unless they gave us something.
It would definitely, obviously, the main punch out thing would be an older Andrew Garfield head sculpt, because obviously the one with the TASM 2 version was obviously very young looking compared to No Way Home, and that's why a lot of us pre-ordered the custom sculpts where he looked a little bit older. And
unless they're giving us because we already got the lizard base or whatever, unless they're giving us some crazy diorama scene specific where maybe he's coming out of a portal or he's climbing on the seat, I don't know. I really have no vision or reason why I would have to get this or why they would even do it. That's why, like, I think question mark there, like, maybe it's from another film that he recently did.
Yeah, like obviously a lot of people are making jokes like this one just says Tom Hardy, but sometimes that's like all of the hints they can get because something might be like a little bit early. They're just going to tell them, oh, there's a new Tom Hardy figure. I feel like it's not going to be from Lawless, right? We know it's probably going to be from Venom 3 because they haven't given it. Yeah, that's a great movie, by the way.
That's a great Lawless. Dude, I love that movie, man.
Love Lawless, dude.
Yeah. But, dude, can we say that I'm with you, though, Connor, on Tom Hardy. I just want to touch on that just real quick because the movie's about to come out. I am interested to see what they do with this, the Last Dance or whatever, but I could totally see that being a Hardy. Like, I don't think we're getting a full-on Venom. So I think the reason it says Tom Hardy, if this is true, I'm with you, man. I think it's going to be a way to kind of give you an Eddie Brock with a full Hardy head sculpt.
Yeah.
With some Venom pieces to put on him.
Right, just to show the duo from the final, the last film, the trilogy, like have them together. I think so, too, yeah. And by the way, I want to say what's up. We got Brick Artemis, the dude. What's up, bro? So great to have you here. And Sneaky Figures. Who else has joined us? I saw somebody else pop in. CSI Grism. What's up, guys? Hashtag hotline confirmed. Don't you dare start posting that. But yeah, guys, these are really interesting. So after asking around to other people to kind of get information on stuff like this, I did get a little bit of a clarification on some of them. Apparently, the 92 Keaton is very certain. Like, that's definitely coming. Maybe for Batman Day. Who knows? That's not what someone told me. But after they asked around, they said, yeah, 92 Keaton is a go. That's basically what they told me. And I'll move us out of the way so we can see the rest. So 92 Keaton. So some of you guys are probably seeing a huge grail mentioned here on the screen. And that's a figure that I have in my collection that some other people may have, is the Samurai Predator. So supposedly, J.C. Hong met with the original artist who did the Samurai Predator based on his work that he did on a statue of a xenomorph and a predator with like the samurai inspired gear and everything. It's an absolutely beautiful, magnificent figure. It's a work of art. All the different parts. It's easily the best Predator figure in my opinion in terms of quality. The dreads are a different material. They're a nicer material. He's got the base with a xenomorph head that he can hold in his hand. Just all kinds of crazy details. So, all we know is that supposedly J.C. Hong met with this artist and he's working with him again. Like I said, it could be another. I highly doubt it's going to be like a 2.0 of the original because there's no reason to. It's pretty damn good, and I don't see how they would improve it. But it could be like an alternate Samurai Predator as part of like the same tribe. Or maybe they'll do the samurai-inspired xenomorph, which would be really cool to have them face off. Obviously, if they do that, this one, as much as it's selling for now, it's going to, take off even more. I mean, it's already selling for 800 plus all day on eBay. So that's a really interesting one, though. I would love to see them do that because I love the artist-inspired figures. Unless it's that Pinocchio, because we got completely scammed on that. Me and Chris and Justin, too. That was so depressing, man. Yeah. When I saw hashtag bust or whatever it said in the description, I was like, no way you're just going to give us a bust.
My soul.
Other than scaling issues and stuff, why do you think since they have such a great relationship with Disney and this Disney license, like why do you think they haven't gone to that a little bit, like giving us some of those classic? Do you think it's a scaling thing where a Pinocchio would just be too small? Yeah,
partially probably, but also maybe, believe it or not, maybe they see it won't sell through as much, more not as much as you would think. I don't know, because they do a lot of Cost Babies. They sure do it. They do it. The thing is, if they touched even half of the stuff they do in Cost Babies, we would be flooded, man. I mean, look, they did an entire Harry Potter line. They did countless Disney stuff.
But if it's a scale, if they do make it small, it's more reason to give you like Geppetto or whatever.
Trust me, dude. I'm not arguing against it because I would love to see it. I don't know the reasoning for it. I truly don't. I have no idea. It's puzzling to me. And they've done some Disney stuff. We have the Tron stuff, and I do think Tron Ares. I think Tron Ares they'll do new stuff for sure. I think that's probably maybe that'll be the next Disney stuff we get is Tron Ares. I don't know.
And Chris, you got, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but do you have the Emma Watson Beauty and the Beast figure, don't you?
Yeah, both Chris and we both have that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know you had it.
Yeah.
That's a great looking figure in my opinion. They must just not have sold well or something. Because I mean, they could have at least went the live action route. You know,
dude, I love that set so freaking much. And believe it or not, like when people come into the room, like that's one of the figures that they're drawn to.
Dude, I saw your video on it, I think, Chris, and like that one, I started looking for it because I was like, dude, this is one that they're never gonna make again. Like this would be really cool to pick up and kind of have, you know, that representation of
she's
movie.
Also my favorite Disney princess, so I kind of got lucky that that Hot Toys that did one of her. But yeah, I wish they would do more, man. Like I know Connor's got a lot more Disney figures that I do that I'm still chasing. Like
I just need the Pooh and Piglet. That's all I need.
Bro, it's but I want the Tron stuff and then Maleficent, and I'll probably stop there. I don't need the Pooh set, but
so
I wish they would dive in.
Yeah, I was gonna say another one from this list that was pretty for sure. Apparently, was the Harley Quinn. I forgot to mention that as well. So Harley and Keaton seem like the most likely sooner than later.
Harley makes so much sense, man, doesn't it? I mean, that just makes so much sense to give us that, even an artisan version of that character. And do you think that like, because technically, I mean, again, we're talking Batman 85. I wouldn't, I mean, they could announce something that's still not under the Batman 85 umbrella, because a lot of times it's weird. It's like you think that something's, you know, there's been times where I was like, all right, this is part of the 20th anniversary, but technically it's not. It was just announced around the same time as a 20th anniversary.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, hey, they stuck it on the Batman Beyond and the Batgirl, so I could see them doing that, honestly. I don't know. I think it's very likely too. I agree. I mean, Hot Toys, I'm sure they look at trends and like, oh, a lot of people are paying a lot for this. That must mean they want more of it. I mean, they've done it with a lot of stuff. I mean, that's why, you know, the Dark Side Anakin, that one's inevitable. They're going to do like a rooted hair Dark Side Anakin. It's going to happen. But yeah, I'm totally stoked for that. Like I said, I've been holding off, and this is my favorite look for Harley. I know some other people want the other look, like the red and black, which I would be happy with, but I want this one. I want the OG. That's the coolest look for me, and that's the most iconic for Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. So I'd love to see. And like I said, I do think we'll probably get a Joker 2 one from Hot Toys with rooted hair, probably to go with that Joker. I'm sure they'll do that. I'm sure they will. So, this is a really special one though, and I could see them putting this under the 85. To be fair, I could see it.
Well, that's what I was getting at. Is like there's opportunities. We're kind of thinking Batman and stuff. There's opportunities for them to have like Batman characters that aren't necessarily Batman, you know. I mean, even with that Batgirl, like, I mean, Cillian Murphy Scarecrow, if that gets announced, now everybody's like, well, dang, man, that if they're doing Cillian Murphy Scarecrow, are they going to do that Ra's al Ghul? Are they going to do this other villain for the Nolan trilogy?
Yeah, because remember, they made that post a while ago saying like they're going to be diving more into the Dark Knight universe. So I was hoping to see more villains because, you know, it's been Batman, which we love, but we need the villains, right? We need more villains. So I would love to see it. And it's not a difficult figure for them to make. As of right now, I think maybe the only officially licensed Cillian Murphy head sculpt has probably been the Big Chief, Tommy Shelby, right? I don't know if there's been any other officially licensed.
Yeah, because I've saw some third-party Oppenheimer stuff that looks really good. Yeah, that was
all third-party,
Yeah, but I think that, dude, do you think that if they do give us some Nolan Trilogy stuff, could you see a world where we could have League of Shadows Bruce Wayne from Begins?
I am the League of Shadows.
Maybe that little blue flower accessory, dude. I mean,
that would be
sick,
cool,
man.
Yeah, I could see it. See it. I mean, you know, with this stuff, with what's been announced lately, it's like you can never say never. There's just so much unexpected stuff being announced, and some expected stuff, of course. But yeah, I'm really hyped with this list. Obviously, there's some stuff on here that might not be too exciting, but for me, like 92 Keaton, absolutely. And then Unreal Customs just showed that he's working on a 92 mask as well. I said mask, a 92 Cal with faceplates and everything, because he's doing the 89 as well, which I'm picking up from him. So, you know, the possibilities are endless, but everybody wants a new 92 Keaton. Obviously, we had the 2-pack originally, and we did see the 92 Keaton displayed recently with the new diorama display base and everything. I doubt that they're going to do the 2-pack again with Bruce Wayne, unfortunately, but I have the Mars Toys Bruce Wayne, so I could settle for that. But Yeah, that obviously the one, the one that's really screaming to me right now is that Predator. I would love to see it, either if it's a companion piece as another like member of the Samurai Predator tribe, or just like a xenomorph. That would be amazing. That artist, his work is incredible, and I'm telling you, if you guys were considering getting the Samurai Predator ever, that figure is well worth it in my opinion. I'm so glad that I went for it, because I was on the fence, because I'm like, it's not like a canon Predator, it's just kind of like an art piece, but dude, it's amazing.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you, dude. Like, what would that be under? Like, what line would they put that under?
It would just be like one of their artist series, like, they've partnered with art, like the a shout out to 16 collect. I was talking to him the other day, and he said the Crab Iron Man, the Iron Man they did with the Venomized Iron Man with the spider legs.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of under that artist series line, this Samurai Predator. So they've done multiple artist series figures where it's kind of like a what if type thing, but I would love to see that. And I honestly think it would probably sell decently well now, because a lot of people know that this one is worth so much, and some people who maybe would have been on the fence before won't be as much now because they can get it for retail. So I'd be very interested. Even like I was talking to Steve about it, and Steve, when I was explaining like the whole concept, Steve's like, damn, that's pretty cool. I would maybe consider it, just because it's cool, man. It's like it's an artist take. Like this particular, the original one, has like xenomorph mouths strapped to his back. He's got like 4 katanas strapped to his back. He comes with a katana,
nice.
A die-cast katana with like alien blood on it and stuff. Like, just really cool figure. Like, it just comes with so much. So, but yeah, I mean, again, all this, guys, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. I'm curious what you guys would pick up from this list. For me, definitely the Harley, the Scarecrow, the Tom Hardy. I would have to see how that turned out, because I don't even have the Tom Hardy Venom in my collection. 92 Keaton is an obvious one for me. Garfield, No Way Home.
How dare you?
You aren't getting it either, dude.
No, I was saying how dare you you don't even have a Venom in your...
Well, it's because I was going to get it and try to get it for a cheaper price, and then the better Venom got announced from the video game, so I'm like, I want that one more. And now Chris is going to grab his and show us his vinyl sticker and tell us that he's better than us. But no, for real, I'm just joking. For me, those would be the obvious ones, and then the Predator, obviously, that's coming home.
Yeah, I'd have to see the Predator, but that definitely piqued my interest. But oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, now, that comes with the Carnage, right?
That's what you really need. Yeah, well, it comes with the Venom 2.0 as well, but I did get it with Carnage because I had the Venom 1.0. So
gotcha.
That's true. The show is doing extremely well, and it just won a ton of awards. So yeah, I could see it, and it's just cool, man. It's cool. I don't remember how well this original one sold. I honestly don't recall, but all I know, it sells for a mint, like an absolute mint. It's very expensive. So
yeah, I'm with you, Connor. I think Harley Quinn, Scarecrow would be easy pickups for me, and then 92 Keaton. I'd have to wait and see. I wouldn't want the same issue with the. I know a lot of people don't care about it, but I don't know, man. That 89 suit issue, I don't know why they put so much of that on there, but I know it looks better in hand than it did on some of those first look videos. But that would probably be it for sure. And then this Predator really interests me because unless it's from the movies, I really didn't know too much about this until you explained it tonight. So that's kind of gotten my interest as well. So those would be the 4 that I would definitely be into. Because again, the Garfield one, man, I just don't even know what they would do there. So I'm interested to see if this does come true.
Too little, too late, probably. Too little, too late for that one, but you never know. Nightmare, the Nightmare. If you had to pick some from this list that would be like, okay, I'm either interested or I definitely would pick that up. What interests you on this list? Hold on. Sean, you're muted. He's like, hold on one second.
All right, thank you. The DX Harley Quinn. I think that is a big possibility because, let's face it, Howard has a chubby for Margot Robbie.
Even the Birds of Prey version.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't make sense to make anything from that movie unless you had a na. So Tom Hardy, man, I don't see them making a full Venom. So I think your idea was right about just having the Tom Hardy with some Venom effect.
Yeah, because they've done 2 of those already, and they're both very good. So it's like, why revisit it, Unless he magically shows up in the film and Sony's like, surprise, he has the spider logo on his chest for the last film, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Yeah, which is possible.
I put the spider logo on mine already.
So. Yeah.
Scarecrow with a head sculpt. Yeah, we've needed it.
Yeah, to be able to have him holding the mask, dude, would be so sick.
Oh,
it would be awesome if we got him from the Dark Knight, and then he came with one of the dogs. And then another figure came with one of the other dogs, and then that's how you get all three dogs. Is getting different figures that they.
I'm surprised they never. I love the Scarecrow from the video games. Like, I thought that whole scene where he like injected Batman with the fear serum, and then Batman turned it on him and like grabbed it. That scene was amazing. I'm surprised they never did that. Maybe that would have been a better Batman 85 announcement. Maybe the Scarecrow from the games.
That is the most underrated villain ever.
Dude,
and the Arkham Knight Scarecrow was amazing.
So good.
Yeah,
the voice acting, the design of the characters, everything about him was so good.
When Prime 1 did an exclusive piece on Scarecrow from the game, it sold out right away. And Sideshow and other third-party places too. But yeah, I would really like to see that. The Mark 80, it's the same die cast and the same not MMS, but whatever number it was with. You got the one with the shawarma and then the other one. So they're both the same. So basically, it's released. You got the exclusive from D23, then you got the regular.
Right, and then the new one has like a hologram of the Spider Bot, whereas with the D23, you get the actual Spider Bot, which I thought was an interesting little change because the last time they did a D23 exclusive with the Spider-Man, they basically just took things away from him, and that was it. So it's cool that they kind of mixed it up and gave him something different for the regular release. But yeah, we are, like I said, that one should have been checked off, but I guess at the time it hadn't been shown. So yeah, we got 3 checked off this list technically already.
Yep. Garfield, I see happening, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did scaffolding from the Statue of Liberty as the base.
That'd be cool. And but then they didn't do it for the other ones, so that would suck.
Yeah, but
you're like, screw them.
I mean. And what it is it could have been like, there could have been a licensing issue, and then Sony did something like, hey, look, you know what? We'll let you do one from the first movies under us, and then we'll keep negotiating for No Way Home. And that might be where they're at now.
Could be.
92 Keaton, fuck yeah. Like, hurry it up.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, I do prefer the 89, like, overall, the look of it, like, with the wider cowl and everything, but it's Keaton, man. It's Keaton. Even the dog's excited for Keaton. Did words even come out of your mouth when you just told your dog? Oh, you're talking to... Okay, never mind.
My kid.
I thought you were talking with the dog. Like, damn, you got the dog trained that well. You just got to go...
No, I actually do have... I do have sign language taught to him when I need to.
I'm not surprised.
But they're upstairs, so they're not going to hear me right now.
Let me pull this up real quick, Sean, while you're talking. This was shared to me by our boy Moose. So the first Samurai Predator, this is like a listing from eBay for what people are listing it for, but it's under the ACS line. So this is AC01. So I guess Artist something series, Artist Collector series, maybe. Thanks for that, Moose. I appreciate that. But yeah, that was the first one in the Artist series, and they've done a few since then. I can't remember some of the other ones. I know it was, like I said, the Crab Iron Man, as we were calling him. Not sure. And then Sean, I guess here, let me move us here so we can answer this question too.
Okay.
I wanted to address this question. By the way, what's up, Wayne Timothy? Wayne asked us, do we think Hot Toys will ever give us a Pfeiffer Catwoman now that Jazz Inc. is doing one? Yeah, I mean, I personally think that Hot Toys could care less if anyone's doing anything. If they want to compete, they're going to compete. You know, it's clearly hasn't shied them away, because Inart announced an amazing 4-pack for the Joker, and then Hot Toys is like, all right, cool, we're going to do one as well. So it's like, I don't think that'll... Artist Concept. Very cool. He said Mafia has one. Yeah, I have it as well. It's fantastic. It's so good, man. I absolutely love it. And I actually was talking to a buddy of mine who collects Predators, and he was like, dude, I don't know, I wouldn't get that one. I'm glad that I did. I love it. But, sorry, going back to that question. Let's see. There we go. Going back to that question, do we think that Hot Toys will make Pfeiffer Catwoman? I think eventually they would definitely consider doing it. I'm not going to wait for that. I will definitely go for the Jazz Ink because it's available now, and I think it looks very good so far. But I'm certain that they'll probably do it eventually. There's money to be made there, and Hot Toys likes money, obviously.
I think that when they announce it will be around the time that Yoast actually goes live.
You think so? You think they're timing
for pre-orders? I think that's when that's going to happen. Regarding anything else like Arkham, Batman Beyond, Gold, what the hell were you thinking? Arkham, Batgirl, that looks good. Now, this type of Predator, it actually looks good with the helmet off.
I
think it looks better with the helmet off because I don't really like the helmet. I understand the concept of it, but it just, with the entire body, the gear and everything that it has, with the helmet removed and the actual design of the Predator, the colors they used for the crown and everything, it just looks better with the helmet off.
Prepare to be amazed, everybody. Yeah, so there he is with the helmet off.
Yeah, that looks sick, dude.
There he is with the helmet off. You can see. It's just, bro, this figure is beautiful. Like, look at all the details, like the patinaed copper. There's the little xenomorph mouse hanging from his back. Sick. And I don't even have a lot of the stuff on him. He comes with like a stack of die-cast swords that goes on his back and everything, a bunch of katanas. Like, dude, this figure is incredible. The details are amazing. And I feel like out of all the Predators, I feel like this one's the most well-painted. He just has a lot of detail and a lot of, like, care that's gone into this, if you will. Such an amazing figure, dude. I'm going to leave him right here on the desk because he deserves it. You've earned it. But yeah, it's really cool, man. It's really cool. And yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff from this list that I think a lot of us will end up picking up. Anybody in the chat, if you want to throw in what you would pick up from this list, feel free. I will end the poll towards the end of the stream, which we got one more quick thing I want to show before we end out the stream. One more question. 16 Star Wars Pimpazoid. What's up, my friend? Pimpazoid says, do you think Tech is dropping this week? Supposedly blogger pics were posted and they were taken down earlier. I did see that. I didn't get any confirmation on that. But I did see that mention, and someone asked me about that. Someone DM'd me the other day about it. I don't know. I feel like he probably is coming soon just because Hot Toys is probably excited to close out that line, and they know that we're really excited for it, so I'm sure it's probably coming soon. But who knows? I didn't see that personally, and I actually never saw any proof of that either. I'm not saying the person's lying, but I never saw a screenshot or anything, so I'm honestly not sure, but I could see it coming soon. And then Matthew says, wish an Arkham Nightwing or an Arkham Robin would get announced, or an Arkham City Batman 2.0. I would love to see, honestly, Arkham Origins OG suit, like a redo for that. That would be my number one from the Arkham games. I just love that suit. Guys, the last topic I want to take a look at real quick. And by the way, guys, if you're still watching, we still got 62 people watching. Please consider dropping a like on the stream. Let's pump those numbers up. I would very much appreciate it. It helps us out for sure with the engagement. And Big Dog Pound says it looks great. I agree, dude. I absolutely love that figure. Samurai Predator is the best. Really quickly, though, and this one actually, I was happy to see so much excitement in the Hot Toys Hotline Facebook group for this. We do have our Lost Boys. No, Sideshow is releasing this stuff, man.
Let's go.
I know.
Sorry, man.
Dude.
I'm hyped for this.
No, I am too. I love the excitement. I was actually surprised in the Facebook group when I posted this video. A lot of people were super hyped. And I'm really excited for this too because this is one that I've been really anticipating. The previous versions that were offered from Redman Toys and another company weren't very good. I'm going to put this on slower motion because it is a short video. Just wanted to show this to you guys because I think it's pretty dang good. I love that they're doing this VHS cover inspired packaging. That we saw it with the Beetlejuice first and now this. Pretty crazy that they were able to time this around Halloween where both of these are released. I'm pretty impressed by that. I imagine the Pennywise will probably follow within the next month. How good do these takeout containers look? How are the maggots, Michael? Dude, I love it, man. I feel like I have to have them posed with the takeout container because there is a hand that holds the chopstick, and I think that's so freaking cool. But yeah, Sideshow kind of did their thing with this one. These sculpts were done by Yixi, I believe, so really nice sculpts. You got the bottle of blood there that they have our boy Michael drink. It looks like Kiefer Sutherland. I think it looks fantastic. I love that this was one of the only bases that Sideshow did a little bit differently with the cave diorama little piece that hangs at the top where you can hang them by their feet. But this looks amazing, man. I'm very, very satisfied with how it looks. Can't wait to see it in hand. My main complaint is maybe the gap, or the kind of like the visible line at the neck, but I think that's kind of due to the shape of the jaw and that paleness to the paint apps. But other than that, I think he looks great, man. I'm really excited for this. Justin, I mean, I feel like this is another one of those like dream figures. This is such a great film, such a classic, and
yeah,
dude, how crazy is it that we're getting a Lost Boys figure? I wish we would have got Michael, but still, this is the hand I was talking about right here. How freaking cool is that, man?
Yeah, dude, that's sick, man. And between this and like Trick or Treat Studios about to start, bringing their masks out of him and Michael, it's just a good time, man, because like I said, Lost Boys, I mean, it's always been a great, I don't even want to really call it a cult classic because I feel like it's too popular, but I feel like it's getting even more and more popular as more people discover it. And but like you said, dude, for us to get a figure like this at this quality, and again, yeah, it's not perfect, I'm with you on the issue you have with it there, but other than that, I was really pleased when I saw this first look, and this is how every video should be when you're showcasing a figure. Like, this is awesome. It's very themed. I love the VHS cover. I like that so much, dude. I might even have that standing behind the figure. And if they start doing this, man, you could line up that whole shelf with these Sideshow horror.
Yeah, how cool is that they got the actual rights to the actual VHS cover art.
Dude.
I thought that was so cool. And they also did, you just reminded me, they actually also put up a video that was so freaking cool of the Scum and Villainy line, and we did get to see the rest of the Scum and Villainy, the first wave, all in the video, and it's in this like classic styling, and I completely forgot about that because it looks so freaking cool. Hold on 1 second, the YouTube ad blocker warning is getting me.
Hey, real quick, while you're doing that, the girl who played in this movie? She is like the richest. She's the richest woman in Hollywood.
I didn't know that. You're talking about
her and her husband.
Michael's.
They've
Michael's
been
girl.
in love together forever.
I didn't know that.
And she was doing like the whole doing movies and everything while he was still in school and he was poor and everything. And then he ended up getting rich. She started going through investments, learning from what he was doing, and she was doing her own investments, her own business. And she still does acting as a hobby, but she's been on the panel for selection of players with the Lakers, and she's one of the richest, or she is the richest woman in Hollywood right now.
I didn't know that. Know that. So something I wanted to point out about these figures is they do show, and I hope that this is a sign that we're going to get some more like diorama pieces. It does say Cantina display not included.
They put that in there just barely,
right.
So they have to say it,
Right. But dude, this video, I love this like grainy, old school looking video that they came up with for this line. Every one of these figures looks really nice, man, and these have such like a nostalgic look to them. I love like those classic colors. Obviously Greedo is really exciting too. Greedo looks awesome. These are amazing, and I really hope that they go back and do some of the diorama stuff, because imagine having this Cantina display with this wretched hive of Scum and Villainy here. I think that would be awesome. The Doctor looks great. I was a little curious to see what he looked like actually in a video or more photos, and I think he looks really good here. I think they did a pretty damn good job on the sculpt, and I love the weathering around the edges here on his vest and everything. They're stepping it up, man. I love to see this stuff, and there's the Imperial spy there looking creepy in the corner. But imagine if they made this diorama. I would absolutely make the space for this, and because I don't think it's too intrusive. You just have a couple wall pieces and those little Cantina tables, so I would love to see it. But I agree, OG. They're taking it back, man. This is like an old school like Kenner ad before my time, but I love going back and watching like old toy ads. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I love doing that. And like just dude, it's just so nostalgic, this video. So Sideshow stepping it up, man. I love to see it. Like Gio was saying, would love to see them do that Pennywise announcement soon, because I'm really excited for that Tim Curry Pennywise. That figure is going to be so freaking cool. And yeah, I saw a lot of people asking about that Arkham Batmobile in the Jazz Inc. group. So maybe IG-12 is delayed. That one's okay with me. I am picking that one up. I love that set comes with all the extra. I really wanted it for like that melted rotary cannon for the heavy Mando, but yeah, I'm excited for that one. I think that one's cool. A lot of people might have passed on it, but which one?
From Kenobi show, Obi-Wan, he got delayed.
Interesting.
At least I think so. At least when I checked Sideshow today, that could have been like an older notification because I know my Mando one did, but I already got that or whatever. But
I wonder if it's the special edition because I know that with Avatar, like the deluxes didn't get delayed, but the other one did, and I thought that was so weird. So I mean, that's weird if it is, man.
Edition, so
yeah. Regardless, though, I don't mind it right now. I'm getting like just hammered with conversions.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, I had so this week I mentioned earlier I got the Groot, but I also my Mark 6 with gantry, which is a heavy one, obviously. And then the off the racks literally just got the Stormtrooper, the Scout Trooper Commander from the only figure that we got from Jedi Survivor / Fallen Order because they only released one figure.
It's wild, man.
Rest in peace, Cal Kestis, man. Maybe one day.
Just real quick, I just want to say one last thing about the Sideshow horror stuff. What's up, Figurecraft?
What's up, Philly?
Got to pause for Figurecraft, man.
Yeah, great to see you, Philly. Always awesome to see you, and thank you so much for popping in. I think we had an awesome discussion this stream. We're going to be ending it out very shortly, but definitely check back, especially the rumor of discussion. It's always fun, right? I still have my banner up here. But yes, guys, grain of salt, and I will close the poll too. I'm going to close that poll now, and then Justin, you could have at it. 80% said cop, and then another 8% said give me 14 more of them right now. So only 12% said flop. Yeah, that was a unanimous yes on that one. No surprise there. We love to see it, but Justin, go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine. All I was gonna say was, man, is like this is why I'm into Star Wars, but I'm not into Star Wars like that Scum and Villainy line. Like I'm glad that I can just pass on that, like because that's just not I'm not wanting that deep into it. But with the Sideshow horror stuff and Mondo, even with their horror figures, like I'm just loving it right now as a horror fan. We're getting Nada, we're getting David from Lost Boys, we're getting Tim Curry, Pennywise. I'm hoping they continue to up the quality and they, especially at that price point. Dude. But that really helps when you get that presentation that Sideshow just had, man. Yeah, dude, you're killing it with that custom. Like that's the figure I wanted them to release.
I'm so excited for this because I found somebody to root my head sculpts who I've bought from before. So that's the next evolution. But like having stuff like this, dude, is just like you said. Like Mondo's killing it. Mondo's got the Nada, and then we got the Megan, and Sideshow's doing all the horror stuff. It's like horror fans and Geo. Shout out to Geo. Geo knows this as well. We've been a little disrespected in the past, but not anymore, right?
Yeah,
and it's Halloween time. We're in horror fan territory now.
That's why I'm pumped that Sideshow's getting these out because, like you said, dude, to be able to get the David hopefully before Halloween, by the time we actually get it in hand, and that Beetlejuice hopefully. And again, the Beetlejuice, I know that boxing video. I'm still holding out hope for that one. I know the hair didn't look great. I've gone back and forth on it looking terrible and me being like, dude, it was just a bad angle.
Me too. I don't think it looks that bad. I think his hairline is abnormally high, and with a little bit of styling, the hairline looks pretty much correct. It's not going to look as good as the Hot Toys one, but I'm excited for it. And Valkyrie, thank you so much, my friend, for the generous $5 super chat. You are too kind. Valkyrie says, great show tonight. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with you guys. Yeah, you guys are the best. Such great topics tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed talking about some fun stuff and obviously some not so exciting stuff with that Batman. But hey, we always got to talk about it. But thank you so much. That is too kind. You're too generous, and I very much appreciate that. Philly, I will take any Eric Draven figure they make. I love my Sideshow one. There's actually a company that makes custom head sculpts and stuff. I recently got a Freddy Krueger sculpt from them that's making a rooted Eric Draven sculpt. So I may end up picking that up, price pending, for my Sideshow Eric Draven.
You would take the Eric Draven from the newest Crow remake?
Okay, maybe not that one, but
come on, man, be careful out there.
The Eric Draven, Brandon Lee, not whatever that. Yeah, you know it's sad. I knew that movie was going to be bad, but Bill Skarsgård. I love Bill Skarsgård, so I'm like, maybe I'll give it a chance. And then I saw the ratings. I'm like, yep, I will see you on HBO Max, buddy, or wherever it's going to be. Yeah, I won't be seeing that one in theaters, unfortunately. Take care, Philly. Thank you so much for popping in, my friend. I appreciate you. Guys, check out Figurecraft on YouTube and Instagram and whatever platforms Philly's on. Check him out. Philly's the best. Check out his 89 Batman video for the 89 Batmobile video for the Jazz Inc. Batmobile. Definitely check that out. Yeah, dude. A lot of exciting stuff. Love to see Sideshow stepping up. Every time a new company sprouts up and starts doing some cool stuff, or, you know, an old company learns some new tricks like Sideshow, we love to see it. So, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I think our boy Chris is falling asleep over here. His cheeks are rosy. He's out of skateboard tricks. His tech decks, the wheels are rusty. So I think that's going to wrap it up for us, guys. Long stream, but a fun one. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out with us tonight. Sorry if I missed some of your comments. I know some of the discussions were longer winded, so it was kind of hard to pull up the comments here and there, but you guys know I always do my best to pull them up, and if I didn't, I'll get you next time, I promise you. Thank you, everybody, for the generous donations, the super chats, the memberships. You guys are too kind. As always, guys, please consider dropping a like on your way out. Also, there is a join button below this video. Please consider becoming a Hotline hottie, becoming a channel member. I'm doing my best to make things more worth it for you guys, but all of you guys that are, I appreciate the support as always. And Sean would like to show something. I think he wants to show his mustache in full HD.
Wow.
Yeah. So do you guys remember from the Bad Batch, all the Rebellion clone troopers?
Yeah.
So I'm starting.
Oh, you've been working on a lot of customs, dude, because you posted a different one the other day, right?
Yeah, so this is the first one. This is Samson. They started work on, so the pouch that's going to come right here, the chest rig, along with the holsters and the knives and everything. I ordered those from a person who's doing 3D printing.
Nice.
So they're on their way. This one is another one. Bozo.
Oh yeah, he looks cool. That's the one you posted the other day, right? I think that's the one. Yeah. That one looks awesome. I love like the breakup of the white and like the light hints of like that orangey yellow. I think it looks really good. Did you use a like what did you paint that with? Was it like a airbrush or did you paint it by hand?
No, I did these ones with actually paint markers.
Oh, I would have never guessed that. That's pretty like simple for people that are like not used to painting anything. That's pretty cool. I would have never guessed.
So this is Greer. Not done with them yet, but it was like only seen for like 2 minutes.
But you're such a big clone fan though. Like stuff like that means a lot to you. So it's cool that you're able to customize those and kind of make them your own. Might as well, dude. I mean, Hot Toys is probably not going to make stuff like that ever. You know, they only do ones here and there that you're surprised by for the most part. We expected Echo and Fives and stuff. And Philly says I'm joining just because you'll call me a hottie. That's plenty for me. Hey, dude, I've had to give into it. I've had to. So yeah, you're going to be a hottie. Anybody that joins the Hotline, Hot Toys Hotline memberships will be a Hotline hottie, and I'll have to say it.
You know what? If you join, Connor's going to do a little stint for you, and it's going to go like this. Hey, little hottie with a naughty potty. You want to come play with my figures on the craft?
All right, somebody clip that, and I will use it as our intro for every stream.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this new mustache nightmare, bro. This is a different level.
I know.
Man.
I think he should keep it. I think he should keep the mustache in place.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of things that are different nowadays. Chris has a child, and I shave my beard, and I keep the mustache.
And I'm
Next
just me.
time on the Hot Toys Hotline, will someone be sacrificed?
All right.
Jeez, man.
Julio, to answer your question, if you're talking about the Unreal Customs cowl and faceplates, yes, I did end up picking that up. You guys know I'm a big Keaton fan. I debated on it, and the price it's pricey, but yeah, I'm getting it. And I had a nice little chat with Unreal, and he's working on some really cool stuff for Keaton specifically. So I can't wait to see what he does. I can't wait. And like I said, if they announce that Keaton Batman soon, I'm sure he is ready to pull the trigger because he just showed a render of the cowl he's working on for 92. So that man literally made Michael Keaton in 6-scale form, and it looks like when he first posted the photos and I first saw it, I'm like, I thought it was people say that a lot, but legitimately I thought it was a picture of Michael Keaton. That's how accurate the mouth plate was and the cowl and everything. It just looks so good. So we just ignore Steve's comments at this point, dude. Steve, I told you this, dude. He's just playing dumb. Don't pay attention to him. But yes, guys, check out Chris the Collecting Madness. Please check out Justin from How You Figure. Justin is killing it over there. Like I said, he's doing his own streams. Justin, plug it right now. Do you have a specific day and time you're going to be doing your streams? Or
yeah, we're gonna try Fridays out for a little bit. I don't have a specific time. I'm thinking like 9 o'clock, something like that, Central Time. So I'll update you if you subscribe to me on the YouTubes or you follow me on the Instagrams. I'll throw it up on there and let you know.
Yes, sir. Definitely worth a subscription, guys. There's a link in the description. And Philly becoming a hotline hottie. You are such a hottie, Philly. I know you were waiting for me to say that, but thank you, Philly. All jokes aside, I appreciate you. That is too kind. You are the best, Philly. Like I said, guys, check Philly out. He's got to get his money's worth, guys. Check Philly out on every platform because it's well worth it.
Check Philly out. You can see he's a little hottie.
There you go. You got a little bonus from Sean.
Wanted to play with figures on, Connor's craft, yo.
Well, I think I should end it off at that point. Chris looks like he's ready to pass out. So, guys, check out the Hot Toys Nightmare link in the description. Sean posts updates of his collection here and there, and it's really interesting to see because Sean has a very vast collection, and he does such a great job at laying everything out and showcasing new stuff or old stuff that he's kind of repositioned, moved around. So, definitely check out some of Sean's videos as well. Links in the description for everybody's channel. And guys, I'm just me. I got some stuff coming up, some videos planned. If you haven't already, watch my Mr. Freeze video. Check out my custom Ghostface. I have some other stuff I have planned. So I will be doing my Predator video very soon. And guys, that's very relevant now because they might be redoing that Predator based on what we saw with that Terminator. I know a lot of people were hitting me up and saying, you think they're going to redo that Predator now? I think maybe so. And thank you, Sneaky Figures, and everybody else for the kind words tonight. And like I said, everybody with the donations, the memberships, you guys are too kind. I appreciate each and every one of you. I never take that stuff lightly because, even $1, in today's economy, that means a lot to me. So if 50 cents, $1, whatever. I appreciate you guys. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. Those who are watching on the replay, please consider dropping a like. And everybody, 53 people still watching. You guys are the best. Drop a like on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, check me out on TikTok. I'm on TikTok now. I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to post more often. My videos have been getting some love, so I appreciate it. And yeah, guys, we'll see you next time. If I don't speak to you this week, if you're not in the Hot Toys Hotline Facebook group, what are you doing? But if I don't speak to you this week, take care. We'll see you next time, next Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST.